She's a fucking professional. Yo, goddamn it. You're muted, what? Endearing, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fade breaks, staying hydrated. It's Shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Trial watching, trials and tribulations. It's Camp Shorty calling all nations. What are you drinking? Shall we skip this part? Let the right-handed shit, she slid it to the start. She's a fucking professional. Yo, goddamn it. You're muted, what? And daring, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fade breaks, staying hydrated. It's Shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Psychology corner. Let's learn about stuff. New Miss Shorty music. Calling their bluff. Best chat, best community. We've got the best minds. A safe, supportive sanctuary full of fun and love. Rock out with your cats out. Curse all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say God. She's a fucking professional. You goddamn it. You're muted, what? And daring, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fade breaks, staying hydrated. It's Shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Hey, Shorties, what's doing, y'all? Get in here, Shorties. Let's fucking go. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty.
Hey, shorties, what's doing? Good to see you. Let me just check one thing. I didn't check it already, but it's all good. We're on the right microphone. Hey, Steph's here, but she's lurking. Please bring cheese, Steph. I love cheese. Simi says her phone is plugged in now. Thank goodness. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Hi, Simi. Hi, what the fuck? Hi, Princey. Joey's lurking. Wow. How dare you, sir? That's assault. Lulu Bell's here. Wait, I gotta do the things. Poppy's here. Debbie's here. Double dose of Miss Shorty. Yes. Poppy. Ruthie's here. She was dancing to the intro. Laura's going to be listening for a short while. That's cool. Holly's here. Let's fucking go. Chat. Yes. Stream Elements does wake up after we hit live. That's correct, Joey. We don't need any flying monkeys. They've flown away, and that's just how we like it. Stream Elements is already hitting us with the jokes. What happened there? Where did my background go? Yikes. Oh, hang on. That's wild. I don't know what happened there. Where did all my stuff go? Well, shit. Joey, please. You saved it in a different tab. Yikes. What are you going to do now? Our countdown numbers are gone. Oh, my God. Ruthie says she's going to take the pup for a walk, I think. Lol. Sounds like Romper Room. Hi, Cherie. Good to see you. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you've got some sort of social media, feel free to share this out on your Twitters or on your Facebook or wherever, just to let people know that we are live and Karen reading for new format. Who dis? If you missed it, we just had an amazing chat with Joe Takapina, ASAP Rocky, victorious ASAP Rocky defense attorney and honorary Shorty, loves the Flexback merch, loves Shorties. He thinks we're great. Long time no see, right, Lulu Bell? We sailed right through Joe's interview. Thank you, tech gods, for making sure we didn't have tech issues then. But I am going to cough. Wait. I got my fancy Joe Tacopina shirt on because I'm all sensible. Joey, it's okay. What can we do about it? Do you want to upload them back into this tab? Not fucked up. Hey, replay crew. Keep forgetting to do this, but replay crew, if you would like to watch the live chat replay on your handheld device, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. All you need to do is swipe left on the comment tab, and it will give you the option to watch live chat replay instead. Love, love, love. There it is. Thank you. Thanks, Princey. Sav, yes. Yes. Will do was on my you're a good man, Joey. Thank you so much. You are not rusty at all. You are the tech god. Yes. Is Joey the tech god? Yes. Joey's just a god. So I'm going to write a song for Mr. Tacopina, Flex back. Time is an issue. It has been, but after we do this live stream, I can write some songs because I love it. I'm still smiling, right? It was so cool. Hi. Oh, Nicole, I couldn't read your font. Hi, good to see you, darling. I like you've got a new look. I love it. Holy crap. I'm here. Ava's mom. Been going for 6 minutes, but that's okay. You made it. You made it. All hail Lumpy Joey. Oh, I will send it to him. I have Mr. Tacopina's number. Just, ease of communication. Like what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? And chat, if you were wondering, you were asking me yesterday or last night if I was nervous. I wasn't nervous. I was nervous with my time management skills, but we got there. We got here in time. We did it. That's beautiful, Princey. The hub said he was so proud for us. And you all behave yourselves. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. We're pretty cool, shorties. Best chat, best mods, best community. Love, 1010. Speed dial. Yeah. He sent me a message to say I'm sitting backstage. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. I could see him there. I was like, put my socks on so my feet didn't get cold. Thank you, Simmy. Holly, that's okay. Somebody had to do it and you took it for the team, right? Best mods, best. Chat is Bay. So what do we got tonight? Now, here, focus. What are we doing? Top 10 Lying McLiars. I mean, all of them? It was an awesome interview. Thank you, Debbie. Hi, Meg P. Good, you came in at the start of this one. Good to see you, darling. Nick, sir. I had my doubts about the thirst not showing through, but decorum was observed. Hey, while I think of it, how's the volume of my mic? Am I popping? Am I booming? Let me know. Loved it. Proud of all. Very well behaved. What about marked safe from thirsting on Joe Tacopina in the merch store? Possibly. Speaking of merch store, don't forget, every Camp Shorty, every episode, every live stream from now on, any super chat, super sticker, gifted membership or memberships. Thank you. What the fuck? I sound great. Thank you. Good audio. Thank you, Joey. Buy me a coffee. PayPal, paypal.me/Camp Shorty, capital C, capital S. Yes. Hi, Wild Wes. So everybody who sends money to the channel goes in the draw for every week. Something off the merch store once a month, which was last night's draw from last weekend's dollars. The winner, this week it was Holly Street, gets to choose. Thank you, everybody. Gets to choose anything off the merch store, and then and there was second and third prize for a mug or a sticker or a hologram sticker or a magnet, and then every other week it'll be one prize and a t-shirt off the merch store. So we give back. Where's my pages? Fuck, my notebook. Matilda, thank you. Welcome, new shorties. I'm going to write it down because me, and this. Wait. Oh my God. Oh, Valerie. Excellent. Brooklyn. Yes, Brooklyn got a gifted membership in Publicly Buzzed last night when I gifted out 5. Hooray. Thanks, Matilda. Website designer extraordinaire. Merch store woman of the gods. Welcome new shorties, and don't forget when we welcome new shorties into our community, everyone's a shorty, but you know, shorties with the emotes, we can drop in the hey shorties emote. Now, let's hope that Joey and I, yay new members. Matilda, thank you. Joey and I, we did pretty well last week with our top 10 countdown in terms of streamlining things. It's quite the labor intensive, and you know me, fucking professional, right? We'll see if we can do it again. So, yes, Britt Ketchell in green. Now I can't see your name, which is great. I love that for my eyes. Now you've got that. That's awesome. I love it when people in chat and friends of the channel actually get the memberships. That's so good. Excuse me, I got a cough. Vapes are good for you. I will die on that hill. I swear to God. I can't type for the life of me tonight. Well, welcome to Typo City. Ruthie, you should have a new badge. Love you, Lisa. Proud of you. I love you too, Ruthie. You should have gotten, wait, you've got a new badge. You've got the Hey Shorties pink badge. 6-month members change their little icon. Yes, you're the first, I think. If you're wondering how to do a milestone chat, just go to the little, what is it, the $ next to the chat bar, and it will give you, if you reached a milestone, it will give you an option to send milestone chat, and you can put that up on the screen. Yay. Yay, Ruthie. This. I love you all. Chat is Bay. Chat is Bay. Welcome, everybody. Woohoo. Join. Now I can do flex back emotes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Huzzah. Now, we're going to start with number 10. Top 10 Lying McLiars. Shunned one member for 2 months. Amazing. So you can type a message if you want or not. In the Cloud says, I'm glad to be catching you live. Yes, same. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Replay crew, thanks for watching after the fact. Now, Joey, how are we going to do this? Fuck. So don't do it until I say do it, okay? Story of your life, right, Joey? Oh my goodness. Okay, it takes a little coordinating, right? Wait, I got to do this first. Cheryl with an S. Yes. Just eating dinner. See you soon. Cheese? Cheese. 3 months of shorty. Yikes. Your badge should have changed color too, I think. That's what she said. Literally. Okay. I can't remember how we did this, Joey. We can do it. Remember, I count down. I'll say, don't do it yet. I'll go on my 3, 2, 1. Thoughts and prayers, chat. Fuck. Oh, and here's where I go, oh, wait, which one is it? God damn it. I know which one it is. Okay, we've got this. Fucking got this. There's so many tabs. It's like a broken record. Okay, Joey. On my 3, 2, 1. Did it work? I don't even know. I'm sure that was like so fucking professional. Top 10, number 10, Lying McLiars. Oh my God, I better check the speed. I was doing things rather fast to get through all this. Thank you so much to Princey and Joey for getting me timestamps and days of court. Thank you, lifesavers. Lifesaver for Lally.
I hit him. Those are the words of the defendant. 4 times. You heard testimony from 4 different witnesses who overheard and observed those statements from the defendant on January 29th, 2022.
Pause. Lally, do you know your case, which is a dog of a case anyway? Do you know that it was allegedly 3 times? So what are you, stupid, incompetent, or a liar? Or all of the above? Hey, Jake, good to see you. Right, Matilda? Now it's 4. That's a lie right there. Well, I mean, it's a lie. It's a lie. Liar, 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 liar. The whole way through the trial, it was drummed into version 1, the first trial, drummed into our minds, into our heads, that supposedly 3 I hit hims. And then Lally, as his opening of his summations, of his closing arguments, gives us 4. Yikes, Lally. Let's watch it again. Oh, seriously, Lally. What the fuck?
I hit him, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. Those are the words of the defendant 4 times.
3 times. Of note, the menacing 4 in the back row there. We've got Kerry Roberts, Big Bad Brian A, and then the others, Colin, Jen. So, yikes. Day 31 of trial. That. There is just a short clip. All of the above. It kept changing. As Joe would say, liar, liar, pants on fire. All of the above, right? Hi, Rachel. Good to see you, Rach. Hoslong, until this second trial, hi, Aqua, is dismissed with prejudice. One's in the chat. One's in the chat if you believe, or if you regrettably believe that this is going to trial on the 1st of April. One's in the chat. One's in the chat. 4 times, Joey. There was a record screech moment. I was off my game, chat. Should we play it again? No, we'll just record screech it now. And we'll move on to number 9. Not yet, though. This, Lally, really? And maybe this.
Well.
All right. Now I forgot how I got doing this last time. Give me, we got 10 to get this right. We got it right the first time, but I can't remember now. So, Joe again on my 3. Ready? Fuck. Oh, wait. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Did it work? Please, God. Dirty pause. Sorry, Julie Albert.
Now, after your
Number
son
9.
Colin came home, and you eventually went to bed, is that right?
Yes.
And turning your what, if any, injuries or
That wasn't
anything
me.
you observed on your son Colin?
YouTube.
None.
And fair to say, the next day, at some point, you talked to and had interaction with your son?
Yes.
What, if any, injuries or anything did you observe?
None. None.
So I know this is sort of hard, so wait till Mr. Lally finishes his question
Okay.
before answering, okay?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Do we have sound?
Now,
And we've got
after your son
sound.
Colin came home, and
Brooklyn, you got a membership.
eventually went to
Welcome.
bed, is that right?
Yes.
And turning your attention to the next morning, the Saturday morning of the 29th,
Thanks, Joey.
about what time was it that you woke up?
I woke up about 8-ish.
And with regard to your
Thanks,
nephew, Brian Jr., whose birthday it was now on the 29th, what, if any, sort of
Correct.
tradition do you have with respect to him, his birthday?
Correct.
Every year on his birthday, I go to Dunkin' Donuts. I get him 6 donuts and I bring them to the house and I leave them there with a card before he gets up. So when he wakes up, they're there. I've been doing it for years.
And is that what your intention was on this morning as well?
Yes.
And is that what you did on that?
Yes.
Well.
When you woke up, probably like most people, at some point did you look at your phone?
Yes.
And when you looked at the screen to your phone, what, if anything, did you see?
I had a missed call from my friend Jen McCabe.
So the donuts. What's the utility of the donut story. Hi, Laurie. Good to see you. Yes, welcome. I even do it in a raging snowstorm. But yes, where is the Duncan video? No, she's younger than me, Moon Goddess. Jill Daniels is younger than me by 5 years. Yes, you heard that right. Who buys a half dozen? That's sus. What do you think, Peyton? 12 donuts for sure? Gets to her house. Paul O'Keefe likes donuts too. Like facts. Receipts? I mean, I can't remember if we've ever established that the Duncan was open that morning in a snowstorm anyway. I mean, are there many Duncans around Canton? Canton? Wow. Did she leave the donuts in his car? Did she actually ever have the donuts? Right? I was going to say, were they glazed? Chat, you're bad. I love it. Strictly glazed. Yikes, chat. Exactly, Brit. More to the point, was it even open at that time in a blizzard? I don't know I mean, we've already had the conversation where I was like, come on now, as if anyone's buying iced coffees in winter, and you all shut me down real quick. No, Miss Shorty. No, Lisa. We all drink iced coffees in winter in Boston. Boston. I can't say it. In mass, there is a Dunkin' on every block in the state. I like Dunkin' Donuts. We have them here too. I don't really eat junk food though. Just saying, because I'm like an angel. Lol. Where's the receipt for the donuts? Right, Brit? What time did she say she bought them? I mean, it's sketchy. Shall we listen to it again? I don't think she does say. She says she got up around 8. But I know JFK has speculated that she was yeah, but Joey, you're weird. JFK has speculated that she, given the snow by 8 a.m., that someone would have had to shovel her, clear her driveway for her unless she was already out of the driveway, knowing what perhaps she was supposed to get to 34 Fairview to see. It's rude not buying enough for the whole family, but it was for baby Brian. Dunks is always open. Thank you. We can ask ASAP Joe's son if they're open. I mean, we follow each other on Twitter, me and Chris Takapina, so I'll ask him. Moon Goddess says, at that time, the storm wasn't at its worst. Shit later on that day. Correct. Let's listen to it again. What does she say? I'm just mesmerized by her concave face, because guilt will do that to someone, right?
Donuts.
Oh.
And I bring them.
And with regard to your nephew, Brian Jr.,
No, she says what time she gets
This
up.
question
Okay.
before answering, okay?
Mhm.
Thank you.
She's got gum. I love that for her.
now after
Decorum.
your son Colin came home, and you eventually went to bed, is that right?
Yes.
And turning your attention to the next morning, the Saturday morning on the 29th, about what time was it that you woke up?
I woke up about 8-ish.
And with regard to your nephew, Brian Jr., whose birthday it was now on the 29th, what, if any, sort of tradition do you have with respect to him, his birthday?
Hi, darling.
Every year on his birthday, I go to Dunkin' Donuts. I get him 6 donuts, and I bring them to the house, and I leave them there with a card before he gets up. So when he wakes up, they're there. I've been doing it for years.
I mean, to be fair, Brian, baby Brian Jr. is very tall, and I'm sure 6 Dunkin' Donuts wouldn't even fill his legs. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know, man. Well, can we believe a word any of them say? Now, there's a bonus with Julie Albert because obviously, hang on. Obviously, we can't let this moment pass. We can't let this moment pass. Another dirty pause. Sorry, Julie. Not sorry.
All right. In any case, January 29th was
Big
your
energy.
nephew Brian Albert Jr.'s birthday, correct?
Yes.
That's why you went to 30.
Oh,
With some troopers from the state
What?
police.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
And if you recall, who was
I didn't touch it. It just skipped on me. Motherfucker. God damn it. I hate the world. No, I don't. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Have I got it written down? I should have. I didn't touch it, I swear to God. Day 9, 59. Yes, I have got it written down because I'm a professional, chat. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. 59, 14. Back. Nobody puts bloody Yannetti in a corner. God. Try again. Don't skip on me.
You missed a phone call from your best friend, Jennifer McCabe, correct?
Correct.
And you believe that phone call, I think according to your memory, yesterday, I'm nearly 2 years later, correct?
Yes.
But regarding the 67 phone calls between you and Courtney Proctor that happened after that, you're not able to recall any of those, correct?
I just don't remember them.
All right, in any case, January 29th was your nephew, Brian Albert Jr.'s birthday, correct?
Yes.
That's why you went to 34 Fairview at 8:30 in the morning, correct?
Yes.
And when you pulled into the driveway, there was nothing unusual to you, correct?
Correct.
This was just your brother-in-law, Brian, and your sister-in-law, Nicole's house with snow
Yes,
around,
Nick, her
correct?
hair is beautiful.
Yes.
There were no
Okay.
police on scene.
No.
There was no tent protecting the front lawn, correct?
Correct.
cool.
No crime scene tape stapled anywhere or taped anywhere, correct?
Correct.
Nobody appeared to be standing
I
guard
love it.
over the
I know
front
who you are
yard,
now.
correct?
Correct.
You didn't see any shard of glass, right?
No, I did not.
That's
You
how he
didn't
talks.
see 45 pieces of tail light strewn about the lawn, correct?
Correct.
In fact, you didn't see any pieces of tail light, correct?
I don't recall seeing anything.
And you didn't suspect that 34 Fairview was a crime scene, correct?
Objection.
Jackson.
There was nothing that prevented you from walking all over that front lawn, correct?
Correct.
It was still snowing out?
Yes.
Hi, Candy. Good to see
Brian
you.
Albert, when you approached the house, he opened the door, correct?
Maybe.
I approached the car, not the house.
Oh, okay. You
More
approached,
than Bev.
whose car was it?
My nephew Brian's
Brian?
in the driveway. Yes.
All right. And then Brian Albert opened the door of the house.
The side door of the home. Yes.
All right, so can I have Exhibit 8, please, with the court's permission?
Yes.
I want to get to the Bukaki moment. It skipped forward on us. YouTube boy, you little.
Could we zoom in just a little bit?
Yes, could we? Thanks.
I'm so bad at this stuff.
Same, Yannetti. Same. He's so
Oh, thank
relatable.
you. You're welcome.
I'd go Yannetti any day of the week before I go Alan Jackson.
All right.
Not sorry.
That
Said what I said.
that I'm highlighting now is the front door to the house, correct?
Yes.
And if we move along Exhibit 8 to the right, is that the side door?
Yes.
And that's the door that Brian Albert appeared from?
Yes.
And you were able to see him from the outside of the house, correct?
Foils. She got highlights in her hair, Britt. She got the foils done. You know what, the hairdresser? Joey knows his blonde tips.
Yes.
And you were over to this area?
I guess I haven't got the time
Yes.
stamp well done.
Do you recall, is it one of those two
Are you
cars that's
surprised?
in Exhibit 8
Chat?
that you approached with the Dunkin' Donuts?
We'll watch it. It's all lies,
I
right?
can't make out what the cars are.
Okay. But it was either one of those two cars or a car that was parked in one of those two places.
Yes.
And then did you go in that side door to go into the house?
Yes.
I mean, speculating. If anyone's a meth head, Jemmy, I feel like it's probably Jennifer McCabe. Allegedly. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. But,
It's not a deal breaker, but I'd like to know. Thank you.
I think that her significant weight loss is guilt and concern over her murdering son. I mean, Colin. being a murderer. I think that's the weight loss. And being married to Chris Albert, like, please, yuck.
Fair to say, that family has lived there for quite a while, correct?
Yes.
You knew that prior to Brian Albert and Nicole, I'm sorry. That's really bad form to block the jury. I'm so sorry. It's good
Oh,
as
yeah.
it's
You would be like it.
The
Thank you so much, sir.
door that is the front door, having, been familiar with that house for a long time, you've gone in that front door before, correct?
Yes.
And you know that when you go in the front door of that house, you come into a little foyer area, correct?
Correct.
And then
Correct.
almost within arm's distance to the left is the door to the basement, correct?
Walking in the front door, arm's distance to the left.
Yes, in other words, you walk into the house.
Yep.
And then the door to the basement, going down to the basement is right there on the left, correct?
That's incorrect. To the left is a library.
All right. Where
A
is the door
library,
to the
like they
basement?
read.
You walk
Get
in the front
fuck out
door.
of here.
You
They
step to
read.
the right, walk a few steps towards the kitchen, and the basement door is on the left before you enter the kitchen.
All right,
The
but
murder
the kitchen's
room.
off to the left, correct?
No, when you walk in the front door, the library is on the left. There's another room on the left.
Same,
Okay.
same.
So you walk in, you immediately see a staircase in front of you.
Yeah.
And to the left is the library.
Right.
Library.
If you go to the right,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
if you go to the right, you can go into
Hi,
the
Cullen.
part of the kitchen where the kitchen table is, or you can not go to the right. You can walk straight. And as you're walking, there's a door on the left, and that's where the basement door is.
Okay, so I think we're getting to what I was getting at. If you walk straight ahead, there's a door to the left that goes down to the basement, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Canton.
We can have the left.
Canton.
And when you were walking
Fair
toward that
point, Laura.
side door, you didn't see any emergency or police vehicles outside, correct?
No, I did not.
You didn't see any first responders other than Brian Albert, correct?
Correct.
There were no lights flashing outside the house, correct?
Correct.
And inside, you saw Nicole Albert,
Yes.
Brian Albert,
Yes.
Jennifer McCabe,
Yes.
Matt McCabe,
Yes.
and Brian
Look alike.
Higgins, correct?
Yes.
Oh, the thumbs
How
down.
long did you spend at the house that morning?
I don't remember exactly. Maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. I don't remember exactly.
Really?
And the 7 of you were discussing what had happened, correct?
Yes.
At
Yes.
some point, it was decided that Jennifer McCabe should contact Michael Lank of the Canton Police, correct?
Objection.
Hi, good.
I'll let, if this witness knows.
We'll keep you accompanied till you go to
Independently.
sleep.
Can you repeat that once more, please?
At some point, it was decided among the 7 of you that Jennifer McCabe should contact Michael Lank of the Canton Police
Hi, meet.
Department.
Who good to see you.
I don't remember who exactly Jennifer decided. Yeah, I don't remember exactly the discussion.
You knew Michael Lank, correct?
Yes.
And at 8:53 a.m., you sent to Jennifer McCabe Michael Lank's personal cell phone number, correct?
Correct.
Blanca, you're done.
And did you then see Jennifer McCabe delete that text message from you?
Objection.
Objection.
How's the statement?
No shit, Bev.
You were contacted by the Massachusetts State Police this year about your phone, correct?
Correct.
They left you a voicemail on March 21st of 2024?
The state police
Yes.
about my telephone?
Well, they left you a voicemail on March 21st of 2024. You've had contact with the state police this year.
Yes.
And they left you a second voicemail on March 25 and then called you again on March
69?
28.
Yes.
You told them that you were sick and you would speak to them on April 1st, correct?
Correct.
And
Hey,
then the state
Valhalla.
police called you on April 1st, but you did not pick up. Do you recall that?
I do not.
They called you again that same day and you didn't respond, correct?
I don't recall.
But you did learn that they had called your husband on April 1st looking for you, correct?
Hi, Jay.
I don't recall.
All right. After speaking with your husband, you texted the Massachusetts State Police on April 1st, correct?
I think around that. I don't know the exact date.
All right. And you finally met with the Massachusetts State Police on April 3rd of 2024, correct?
I would assume. I don't know the exact date, but yes.
And during that meeting, the state police looked through your phone for contact that you would have had with Michael Proctor, correct?
Correct.
Did they seize your phone?
No, they did not.
Did they tell you that they had a search warrant for your phone?
No, they did not.
Did they take it back saying that they had to give it to some experts to do an extraction?
Objection.
Objection.
They just looked through it after you handed it to them, correct?
Correct.
Then they gave it
Correct.
back.
Yes.
Now, with regard to your contact with Karen on January 28th, it was clear to you that Karen did not appear to be under the influence, correct?
Correct.
You didn't see her stumbling, correct?
Correct.
You didn't see her swaying.
Correct.
She was not unbalanced.
No.
She was not slurring her words.
No.
She was not talking gibberish.
No.
She was engaging in normal conversation,
Yes.
and she held the conversation perfectly fine.
Yes.
She appeared to be under control, correct?
Yes.
She was affectionate with John that night.
Objection.
I didn't come in contact with them like that.
Well, the two of them certainly were not arguing.
No, not that I saw.
You didn't see any tension between them, correct?
No.
And I mean, given your family's connection to law enforcement, you would not knowingly let someone drive a car if they were under the influence, correct?
Objection.
Objection.
Everyone appeared to be having a good time that night, correct?
Yes.
And that included John
Bingo,
and Karen, from
Jay,
what you
bingo.
could see, correct?
For the 10, 15 minutes I was there, yes.
Now, after you left the waterfall, it's fair to say that you didn't know precisely where your son Colin was that night, correct?
I knew where he was.
Where was he?
He was at his friend Michael Leonetti's. He left Michael Leonetti's to stop to say happy birthday to my nephew Brian at 34 Fairview Road.
Okay.
34
And
fair.
you learned that from him, correct?
Yes.
So you had learned that Colin was at 34 Fairview on January 29th of 2022, correct?
January 28th. The
10
Friday.
past 12.
So is it your testimony
Allegedly.
that you know that Colin left on Friday night as opposed to after midnight on January 29th?
I don't understand what you're asking.
Just-
Whatever,
because
lady.
I asked you whether you knew that your son Colin was at your sister-in-law Nicole's and your brother-in-law Brian Albert's house on January 29th, and you just corrected.
I'm sorry. It was after. I'm sorry. It was after midnight.
Okay.
So I got confused. I apologize.
Not a problem. So the answer to my question is you learned that he was there on January 29th, correct?
Yes, after midnight.
And you now know that that is the same house outside which John O'Keefe was found dead
hello.
that morning, correct?
Yes, I do.
And one last question. You were interviewed by Trooper Proctor, and it's fair to say you never told him that Colin was there that night, correct?
I don't recall my interview.
Right. Sounds legit.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Oh, I missed the fucking bukkake.
Just briefly on.
Of course I did. Is it now? Is it now? Did I miss it? Come on now, chat. Why am I like this?
Morning, Ms. Allen.
Good morning.
Now, with reference to, you were asking a question about 67 calls over a period from February to September, correct?
We'll do it on another one. We'll find the bukkake moment. God damn it. I can't even. My bad. Joey, you know me. You know me. There's plenty more to come, chat. We're up to number 8. Number 8 in the top 10 Lying McLiars. And if you have, if you take issue with the order of things, too bad. But if you take issue with perhaps we missed a liar, could be. There were so many. Where do we choose? How do we choose? And how do we choose to include them or not? Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section after the stream has ended, and we may well be able to get to the top 10 Lying McLiars we missed in the future. I don't think we've got Free Karen Reid loaded into the thing of the thing, Holly. I've got to do the cover art for it again, but we'll have it for next week for sure. Okay. Thank you. It's a very good song. Love, 1010. Just saying. I loved writing it and I love listening to it and singing it. And if you can get those last bits that are so fast, kudos. Next time, I promise. Joey, we're up to number 8 on my go. Ready? No, on my 1. So, same as we've done it the whole time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I hope it worked. Fuck. He did. She of little faith. Hang on. So anyway, carry on. Let's do it.
Can you raise your hand? Do you solemnly swear the evidence you give to the court during the case now and here is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I did.
I'm permanently trying to focus, Jason. Joe Schmo. Hi. Thank you. Oh, the swears.
Sure.
Fuck yeah. We love swearing.
Morning, Ms.
Where are
Albert.
you like?
Good morning.
Ms. Albert, I'd like to go back to a discussion of Katie McLaughlin.
Okay.
Look at us being professional.
Yesterday, I asked you a 4-word question, and that question was, who is Katie McLaughlin? Do you recall that question?
I do.
You would
Yeah.
agree with me that
Wait,
your
on that note.
response was not,
Pause. Spoilt for choice with good old Caitlin Albert. RE swearing, go for it in Camp Shorty. Also go for it in Camp Shorty. We don't mind at all if you want to let all your all caps fly. If you want to lock that shit in on all caps lock and type in caps lock, I'm fine with that. I fucking love caps lock. So let your all caps be free. We don't mind at all. It's not yelling, in my opinion. It's just enthusiasm. It's not going to distract me. It's not going to piss me off. The mods won't kick you out. We love that shit here. So just make sure you turn your all caps off when you leave, because not all creators feel the same way. And also, yes, we have a cunt emoji. Yikes, there goes the monetization. Lol.
she's a firefighter.
Correct.
Your response was not, she's a friend.
Correct.
Your response was not, I've known her for years.
Well, I sort of alluded to that when I said that I've known her since high school.
Right. Your response was that she was somebody that you knew.
You can type it, Brooklyn.
correct?
Type the whole thing.
I said that I went to high school with her and she's my same age. We graduated the same year.
Right.
Yes.
So you referenced high school, correct?
Yes.
All right. You would agree with me that you've seen her several times since high school, correct?
Yes.
You have hung out in the same group with her since high school, correct?
Yes.
And you graduated high school in 2014?
Yes.
It's very liberating.
It is now 2024?
Yes.
Your contact with Katie McLaughlin has been fairly consistent over the years in that it continued at least until 2021, correct?
Big Yeti energy. I love
I would
Mr.
agree
Yeti.
with that, although it
Love
was
me
far and
feeling
few
it.
between. But
Is that
throughout the
because-
years, yes.
Do you say that because the photographs are far and
Luna.
few between?
Objection.
Objection.
Sustained.
Hi, Luna from Sweden. Good to see
you
you,
would-
darling.
Agree with me that there was not a 3-year period prior to January 29th of 2022 where you didn't see Katie McLaughlin at all, correct?
A 3-year period,
Right.
I can't say 100% yes to that, but I wouldn't be surprised if I had seen her at some point in time over the past couple of years and before John O'Keefe's passing. Yeah,
Seeing her a couple of times, does that mean that maybe you bumped into her and said hello?
it would mean that we would be in the same place at the same time, not something that I reached out and invited her to in any way, shape, or form. But, you know, again, we have mutual friends. So I would not be surprised if I went somewhere and she happened to be there as well.
Okay. And
Okay.
it would have been a surprise to you that she showed up at whatever place you were at in those 3 years? Is that your testimony?
No, it would not have been a surprise to me.
You would have known in advance that Katie McLaughlin was going to be at the same place that you were in advance.
Not necessarily, but
Ever in those 3?
Strongly agree, Laura. Strongly agree. No offense to Miss Katie McLaughlin. Some offense to her lying. Spoiler alert, because she could be on the list. But totally mean girl moment. Caitlin Albert is part of the in crowd. I would assume. Caitlin Albert is quite attractive, and no offense to Katie McLaughlin, but she's not nearly as kind of. She doesn't look as good. I'm sorry, Katie. And I guarantee you, these bitches in Canton Absolutely. Absolutely. We hung out in the same group, but she's not my friend. There. This. 100% agree. Mean girl bitches. Same like mother like daughter, right? Like auntie like daughter, whoever she is. They all look the same.
3 years?
Objection.
Jackson.
Isn't it true that only 8 months before January 29th of
Hi, Lee.
2022, you and Katie McLaughlin were at a baby shower together?
Objection.
Jackson.
Do you know that?
Yes.
Go ahead and answer.
Yes, we did.
You
Agree,
were.
Simi.
Whose baby shower was it?
It was a mutual friend of ours.
What's her name?
Jules.
Her name's Alyssa.
And how many people were at that baby shower?
I can't say for sure. I mean, it was Alyssa's family
All right.
and a bunch of friends. I can't put a number on it.
The friends all gathered together and took a photo together with the woman having the baby shower, correct?
Yes,
Jackson.
this. She's in the
I
game.
believe so.
You were in that photo, correct?
Yes.
Who was standing next to you?
Oh, the big Yannetti energy of it all. There is a BYE emote in the chat, if you remember, if you're in green, that you can use. It stands for Big Yannetti Energy. What was I going to say? Something. Yes, A. She's also from a well-off family with a very well-connected network. I feel like Katie McLaughlin is to Caitlin Albert what Kerry Roberts is to Jennifer McCabe. The wannabe included. You know, thank you so much. That other Jules. Welcome new members. Let me play a little bit of Sparkle to celebrate. Super cool. Thank you so much. And I'll put you into the draw next weekend, every weekend. Anybody who sends any money, any grifty shit to the channel goes into the draw for a t-shirt from the merch store, the Miss Shorty merch store. Let me get my notes. It's all very old school here. So that are the Jules. Thank you for supporting the channel. And you're in the draw for next weekend. We'll draw it sometime on Friday night. Amazing. So that's any super chat, any super sticker. Buy me a coffee, PayPal/Camp Shorty. Carry on. Welcome new members.
I don't have it in front of me.
Okay, if you saw the photo, would that refresh your memory?
Yeah.
May I approach?
Yes.
And hey, shorties.
I'm showing you what has been marked.
Just show her.
Sorry, I was just going to identify it as S for identification for the record, Your Honor.
That's what it
I'm
stands
showing you
for.
what's
Big
been marked
Yannetti.
S. Could you take a look at that and look up at me when you're done?
Yes, Melbourne, Keith.
May I approach?
I'm Australian in Melbourne. It's 23 past 11 here right now.
Having reviewed that photograph, Ms. Albert, who is standing
You're
next to
welcome.
you?
One of my friends is on the left of me and Katie McLaughlin is on the right of me.
Okay. She's right next to you in that photo, correct?
Yes, she is.
That was in June of 2021, correct?
Yes.
So if somebody testified that you hadn't seen each other in 3 years prior to January 29th of 2020,
Objection.
that would be wrong, right?
Objection. Lally. Schlally.
And with regard to the contact that you've had with her in terms of group events, you would agree
AM
with
skid
me
marks. Yes.
that
AM.
it wasn't just day trips that you took with her, correct?
So I'm 16 hours in the future from you East Coasters, Boston time, Canton. It is 11:24 a.m. on Sunday. The struggle is real. Doing Camp Shorty on the weekends. It's lucky that I love you all very, very much, and it couldn't be any more fun. I wouldn't do anything else with my weekends other than spend them with you all, y'all.
Correct.
Correct.
You've also gone on road trips with her, correct?
I've gone away on trips that she was with. I
Rapping.
didn't drive with her or go with her or invite her, but she has been there, yeah.
Okay, and what road trips have you taken overnight where you and Katie McLaughlin have been together since high school?
Objection.
Sustained.
Hi, Robin. Good to see
You've
you.
gone to Maine with Katie McLaughlin, have you not?
Objection.
So we need a time frame, Mr. Yannetti, not just
Sure.
10 years ago.
Since high school, you've gone to Maine with Katie McLaughlin, correct?
It is quite tricky. I certainly got up very, very early. Like I go to bed very early because I start work at 6 a.m. I'll leave home 10 to 6 in the mornings on weekdays with my peasant job. And for me to catch something live, like Jennifer McCabe's testimony, for example, or Proctor's, I had to get up at 11:30 at night. Lucky I go to bed early, lol. But yeah, it's interesting. Time zones are a whole thing. Very frustrating. Would be much easier if I was in the States, you know.
Objection.
Jackson.
I'll allow it. Did you go to Maine with her?
I did, and the year would have been like 2015
Amy.
or 2016.
If I suggested it was July of 2016, would that make sense?
That would sound about right, yeah.
And while you were in Maine, there were 7 of you in a hot tub together, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
She loved it. Did you see her face just then? Her smile? She's like, yeah, we had a fucking great time. One's in the chat if you think Lally's voice is more annoying. 2's in the chat if you think Hanky Brennan's voice is more annoying. 1's for Lally, 2's for Hanky. I'll wait. I think I know what the result will be. I know what I think, but what do you think, chat?
You were in a hot tub with
What's
Katie
your face
in
again?
Maine. There were 7 of you in a hot tub together, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
You were in a hot tub with Katie McLaughlin in Maine, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
May we approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Oh, we've got a sidebar. There's a sidebar emote in the chat if you're interested, so we can take the moment. I'll skip through it, but oh my god, there's so many things in this stream.
Shawty swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
I'm literally dying from coughing because vapes are good for you. Let me see. What are we voting? What are people voting? Is anybody voting? Real Mean Girl shit? Yes. Here we go. 2 for Keith, 2 for Princey, 2 for what the fuck. So we're thinking Hanky. Hi, Patricia. 69 for Patricia. 2. Yeah. Who would have thought? Could we have ever imagined in our wildest dreams that there would be somebody who grinded our gears harder than Lally? We made it. Hanky. Liz Cole Baker says no. Lally, worse. I love that you bucked the trend. We're back in the game. Amber, true.
You'd mentioned that you'd been to
Both
Maine
annoying.
with Katie McLaughlin in 2016. Where was it in Maine?
I'm not sure the exact town.
Right.
Okay.
Probably 4 hours away.
I'm not sure how long it took to
Good
get up
voting,
there.
It
everyone.
wasn't 10 minutes away.
No,
Right? And it wasn't a half hour.
no,
All right. It was more than 2 hours, correct?
maybe.
And you drove, correct?
Yes.
How many days did you spend in Maine?
I'm not sure, maybe 2.
Thank you, Ruth.
So you were up in Maine over a weekend
Welcome, new shorty.
Yep.
with
I'm Melissa
Katie
Ruthie.
McLaughlin, correct?
Yes, as well as a bunch of other friends.
Oh, of course. But the answer to my question is
Good.
you were with Katie McLaughlin, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
How many times have the 2 of you been to the beach together since high school?
Objection.
Do you know? If you can answer that, go ahead and answer.
I
it.
know that we have been to a beach together, but I don't know how many times. I could guess.
Don't guess.
Okay.
Next question, Mr.
You
Yannetti.
said a beach. Does that mean that the 2 of you only go to one particular beach?
No,
You've gone to multiple beaches with Katie McLaughlin, correct?
not that I can remember. I can't remember how many times. I have one memory, but I can't say for sure how many times I've been to a beach with Katie McLaughlin.
Okay. If I showed you a photograph of the 2 of you on a beach together in bikinis, would that refresh your memory?
Objection.
Mr. Yannetti, you can show her a photograph.
Thank you. If I may approach.
Yes.
Yikes,
Again,
Rachel.
I'm showing
Yikes.
S for identification, one particular photo in S. If you take a look at that and look up at me when you're done. Does that refresh your memory?
Yep.
That particular photo that I showed you from S for identification, what beach was that?
I don't know the name of the beach.
Where was it?
I believe somewhere in the Cape.
And Katie McLaughlin is in that photo, correct?
Yes, along with a bunch of other friends.
Of course, there are other friends, but you.
Miss Gianetti, please no more, of course.
Of course, Your Honor. With regard to.
Oh, I love. I'm glad we got that.
Of course.
Somewhere in the Cape.
And Katie McLaughlin is in that photo, correct?
Look at Biff.
Yes, along with a bunch of other friends.
Of course, there are other friends, but you.
Miss Gianetti, please no more, of course.
Of course, Your Honor. With regard to that photo.
How can you not love Yanetti? Bless. Look, she's flicking her hair. Oh, Bev. Oh, Bev. Flicking her hair. She's like, oh, Yanetti, I hate you, but I love you. She's doing that whole wicked thing. Okay. So I think I'm glad we got to that. That's number 8, right? She doesn't appear to know anything. So funny. Oh my God. Has he got a donut in his pocket or is he just glad to see her? Yikes. Okay, I'm behind. Oh, Robin, thank you so much. Hey, shorties. Robin, you're going into the draw too for anything, any t-shirt off the Miss Shorty merch store. Oh my God, I've got to have a better system than this. Lordy Dordy. Robin G. Thank you so much. Welcome, new members. God damn it. Joey, where's my backstage helper? Joking. Love you, Joey. So that was number 8. Thank you, Robin. We're down to number 7. And I wasn't sure about this. I wasn't sure about the order of this. So Joey, standard. I have a short on that, of course, moment. It was so good. It's in the Justice for John O'Keefe playlist. Not many Karen Reid trial shorts, but there are about 10, I guess. Joey, we're up to the next one. Are you ready, sir? We're doing number 7. Same deal. We've got this. Fucking professionals. Oh, it starts with just audio. So listen. I know about this. I've queued it up. It's intentional. Okay? Ready? Sorry. 3, 2, 1, Joey.
All right. So, Ms. McLaughlin, Mr. Jackson's going to be allowed to ask you questions outside the presence of the jury, and you're still under oath, and you have to answer them truthfully. Okay?
Okay.
Joe.
Ms. McLaughlin, when just briefly as a predicate, when you stepped out, I want to make sure we're very clear. Did you have a conversation with anybody from the Commonwealth between the time you walked out of court and just now?
Just about if I needed a drink of water or to use the restroom.
Okay, but nothing about the substance of your testimony.
No.
Ms. McLaughlin, I asked you before we broke if you know who Caitlin Albert is.
Yes.
You said that you went to high school with somebody by that name, correct?
Yes.
You in fact know that person as a friend, correct?
It goes to video.
I know her.
She's more than an acquaintance.
I would say she's an acquaintance. She's not a close friend.
Is she in a group of friends of yours?
We have mutual friends.
How long have you known her?
Probably since high school.
When you say, and I don't want to ask your age, I wouldn't do that. How many years, how long of a span of years have you known her?
Since high school, so maybe 10.
And you know her family, generally?
I don't.
You don't know anything about her family?
I don't know her family.
Have you ever been to her house?
Not that I recall ever being there.
Not that you recall, or you haven't? So there's two different things.
I don't recall ever being there.
Okay, so you might have been there, you just don't recall.
I don't recall ever being there.
Okay.
I'll do that, Gypsy.
If I were to ask you,
Need
if
a
you've ever
remark?
been to her
Yes,
house,
you
yes
have
or
vision.
no, you cannot answer that because you don't know. You cannot recall.
We can see it now.
I
Remember how I said that? Yes. We're good. Trust me.
would
Trust
say,
me.
I mean, I would lean towards
did
no.
say-
I have no recollection of ever being at her house.
It's a minute. It's coming. I promise.
Are you friends with her on social media?
Yes.
May I approach you on that?
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave all four of these up there. I know what they look like. Can you do me a favor and take a look at the first document? What does that document appear to be?
Thanks for being here, everyone. And yes, Moon Goddess. Like,
It
thumbs
says
down.
Caitlin's
Same.
friends.
What does it look like? That's a printout of.
I'm sorry.
What does that
Hi,
look like?
Pia.
Oh, exactly. Some social media.
Okay. Under Caitlin's friends, do you see your handle, for lack of a better phrase?
I do.
Okay. Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. Can you look at the next photograph? Before we talk about that next photograph, which is, I should go in order for the record, Your Honor. The first one was H. Before we talk about I, which is the next photograph, how long have you been social media friends, quote, friends with Caitlin Albert?
I don't know.
More than 5 years?
Probably.
More than 8 years?
I don't know.
The second photograph, or the second document appears to be a photograph. It's I, is that right?
I've missed you too.
Yes.
Dear.
Do you see yourself in that photograph?
Eleanor from
do.
London.
Caitlin in that
Welcome.
photograph?
Christine, yes.
I do.
Hey, Jason.
When was that photograph taken?
Jeez, that's assault.
I have no idea.
Where was that photograph taken?
I don't know.
You have no idea how long ago that was?
I don't.
What was the event that was depicted, or that is depicted in that photograph?
I don't know.
She doesn't know much,
Was that
does she?
local, or was that on a trip somewhere?
I don't know. Probably local. If it's a beach, I don't remember. I've never been away to a beach
Sean.
on vacation
Welcome.
with all
Boston.
these people. So probably local.
When we say local, let's talk about local. I don't mean, we may have different definitions. Where would that be? What beach? I'm not as familiar with the location.
I'm not sure.
Maybe on the Cape?
Possibly.
Do you recognize?
For starters, Mr. Meat Hook, oof. Harsh, but maybe fair. She looks very tired. Look at her, the bags under her eyes. She would have had to use some concealer. Ladies, am I right? I mean, she has youth on her side. I think she's 27 here-ish. Excuse me, but she actually has a tan or a beige colored, very skin toned colored top underneath with her obligatory, I'm telling the truth, you can believe me. Look, I'm wearing a gold cross necklace. Standard lying, allegedly lying witness attire across. I am God fearing. You must believe what I'm saying, but also yikes.
You recognize some of the other folks in that photograph?
I do.
Matter of fact, there's a lot of people in that photograph, right?
There's a lot of people in it.
Did you take a trip with all those people at some point in the past?
Take a trip.
To the beach.
Did I go to the beach at some point?
Charles, I
with these
told you
people?
we'd be back.
Yes.
Okay. When did you go to the beach with all those folks?
I don't know. I don't know when this picture is from.
Have you
It
gone-
seems old to me, but
well, you can see yourself. I mean,
yeah.
What was that? Did you say it seems old to you?
Yeah, to me. This isn't like a recent to me.
how old do you think that photograph is?
I don't know. It could be around high school. I'm not sure.
And I know Mr. Jackson didn't want to ask you how old you are. When did you get out of high school?
2014. I
Okay.
graduated.
So could that have been around 2014?
That's not
With
me.
these people, yes.
Okay. When did you go to the beach with all those folks?
I don't know.
Just keep skipping. YouTube, do better. I don't know if she's hungover. I think she probably didn't sleep a wink the night before in shitting bricks about this.
I don't know when this picture is from.
Have you
It
gone-
seems old to me, but
well, you can see yourself. I mean,
yeah.
What was that? Did you say it seems old to you?
Yeah, to me.
Okay.
This isn't like a recent to me.
how old do you think that photograph is?
I don't know. It could be around high school. I'm not sure.
And I know Mr. Jackson didn't want to ask you how old you are. When did you get out of high school?
2014. I
Okay.
graduated.
So could that have been
Fuck, I
around
was muted.
2014?
She's in the Lying
Could be.
McLiars,
So you've known
Ruthie.
Caitlin for at least that long.
Yeah.
And when I say travel, I mean travel outside of Canton. Gone
Canton.
places with her, correct?
Yes.
Posed for photographs with her.
Everybody
Yes.
should eat more
Other
cheese.
folks.
Gitmo. Yes.
Yes.
Looks like socializing and partying, correct?
Looks like socializing.
Maybe a small vacation.
I've never been on vacation with a big group of people like this.
Well, that doesn't look like what would you call that if that's not like a mini vacation?
A day at the beach.
A day at the beach.
A day at the beach. Alan's like, ma'am, you're splitting hairs here. For starters, glazed and confused. 10-10. Love your handle. Love. 10-10. And Glazed and Confused says, so I live on the Cape where this beach is that she went to, and it is at least 1 hour away from Canton, up to 2.5 hours away, depending on what beach it was. Well, thank you for the local insights. Thank you. And hi, Melissa. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. The cross necklace is Chef's Kiss, Ahimsa. Yes, it is. Don't forget to hit the like, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all back here. New format. Who dis? Top 10 Lying McLiars. We're doing it.
Okay, so maybe
Wait, this is Katie McLaughlin is number 7 in our countdown.
a day vacation.
Sure.
Okay, let's look at the next photograph. Jay. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
I do need to remind myself. That photograph looks a little older, correct?
They both look old to me. I don't know when they're from.
Babe, you look old.
I'm going to ask you the same questions about that. These aren't trick questions. I don't want to waste your time. What's that from?
I don't remember specifically what or where this is.
Do you see yourself in that photograph?
I do.
You see Caitlin in the photograph?
Colors.
I do.
Changing
You're all
that.
posing the camera.
Changing
correct?
that colors.
Yes.
What's the location?
All the cheese you want.
I don't
colours.
know.
No idea.
I don't.
This is yet another socializing event with Caitlin that you can't recall.
I don't know where this is
that-
exactly.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on your words. Go ahead.
I don't know where this is exactly.
So you've had so many socializing events with Caitlin and other folks that you can't pinpoint this one as opposed to any of the other
Facts, Phila. Facts.
No, I'm saying I can't. These photos are old. I don't know. I don't remember where these were or the circumstances around them. That's what I'm saying.
You see how you're dressed in that photo?
Yes.
You see how you see the other friends that are there with you?
Yeah.
How many people would you estimate are in that photo?
Do you want me to count how many people?
Give me it. I don't have the photo in front of me, so just give me it. Is it more than 5?
12.
12 people.
Ish.
So colors, no, this is the voir dire of what he wants to ask her about this. So outside of the presence of the jury, but in the midst of day 4 of trial. But no jury present now, which is the more spicy. He got more out of her, and he was more, obviously, more he brought the AJ heat to her in this, and I remember it was more homogenized and a much more tame cross-examination. When the jury came in, he knew what to ask, and so he asked it.
Do you recognize those dozen people?
I do.
Did you go on a day trip with those dozen people?
Yeah, possibly.
When?
I don't know.
Where?
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't remember.
How many times have you gone on day trips?
In
with
the
those
foxhole,
dozen
Nick.
people?
Bring it to the foxhole, Nick.
I don't know.
How about turning back to photograph I? How many times have you gone on day trips and socialized with those number of people? So it's like probably double that, 20 or 25 people.
I don't know.
That's a big group of friends of yours that includes Caitlin Albert, right?
A big group of mutual friends.
So it's not just that she's a mutual friend, she's a friend. Isn't that right?
As I said before, I would consider myself more of an acquaintance. We have mutual friends. I wouldn't consider her a close friend, but yeah, I mean, that would be my answer.
You basically grew up with her, went to high school with her.
I didn't grow up with her. I went to high school with her.
When I say grow up with her,
Oh my God, girl. Let's do that again. What the?
Yeah, I mean, that would be my answer.
That would be my answer. That's a weird phraseology, isn't it? Let's listen to the question again. That would be my answer? Wouldn't you just...
she's a friend. Isn't that right?
As I said before, I would consider myself more of an acquaintance. We have mutual friends. I wouldn't consider her a close friend, but yeah, I mean, that would be my answer.
Basically grew up with her, went to high school with her.
I didn't grow up with her. I went to high school with her.
When I say grow up with her, I mean you grew up in the same town as her.
Grew up in the same town.
Went to the same high school as she did,
Yes.
socialized with the same friends as she did,
Yes.
went on day trips with her.
Right,
Yes.
Gerda?
And,
Right?
apparently have all the same friend group. Right?
I don't know that we have all the same friend group. These are people that we're both friends with.
But you don't consider her anything more than just an acquaintance.
I think I described it to you.
The answer to my question is you don't consider her to be anything more than an acquaintance.
I wouldn't consider her to be a close friend.
Now let's take a look at the last photograph.
Or is it that she wouldn't consider you to be a close friend? Oh, Katie.
Describe what's in that photograph.
She's like, fuck my life. Fuck my life.
It's a picture of me. Caitlin is in it, and there's seems to be other people
Hiya, Baffle.
in it as well.
May I approach?
Yes.
Phoebe, hi. Good to see you. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Don't forget to hit the like on your way in, please. I'd love that for us.
You can take it. Sorry, I just want to drop it on you.
Don't want to drop it on you like I dropped this bomb on you, Katie McLaughlin.
Of who?
Caitlin, and I'm also in it.
And you're doing what in the photograph as it relates to Caitlin?
It seems like I'm kind of kneeling down next to her.
Touching her?
Grabbing her titties. Bev goes, show me this photo. What's happening in this photo? I want to see it.
I'm sorry, can you show me you?
Bev wants to see.
So just for the record, may I approach one more time?
Yes.
Yes.
You're sort of just behind Caitlin in that photograph?
Yes.
Caitlin's the one drinking the beer?
Yes.
You got your right arm around her?
Yes.
Both appear to be wearing swimwear?
Jason, how dare you? That's a sign.
Yes.
Bathing suits?
Yes.
And you're giving some sort of a sign with your left hand?
No, I'm not.
Is that somebody else's hand that I saw? Maybe that's Caitlin's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't have the photograph in front of me. I don't have it.
Where is the hand?
Looks like that's a photograph that you and Caitlin posed for together, correct?
It seems like it's a close-up of a bigger, like a picture. It seems to be zoomed in on a group of people.
Jesus Christ,
Posted on social
Joey.
media,
Okay.
right?
God
Are
damn
you
it,
telling me
Joey.
that?
I'm asking you that. You ever seen that posted on social media?
I don't recall seeing this picture, but if it was on social media, then okay.
How long ago was that picture
Okay.
taken?
I don't know.
Who took the picture?
Yeah. Just
I don't know.
Where were you when the photograph was taken?
Probably at a beach if we're wearing bathing suits.
Probably at a beach or at a beach?
Hi, Catherine. Good to see
Well,
you.
I can't see a beach
Catherine's
in
from
the
Arizona.
picture. We're in bathing suits. It could be at a beach.
Right. Do you recognize
really
the
are,
bathing suit
Joey.
you're wearing in the photograph?
No,
You literally don't even recognize your own outfit?
no,
So that doesn't help define where you were and when that photograph was taken?
no, sir.
Do any of these photographs remind you that you've been to Caitlin's house at some point in your friendship with her?
No,
Has Caitlin ever been to your house?
not to my recollection.
When was the last time you talked to Caitlin?
Splitting hairs, Patricia. That's
I don't remember exactly. It's probably been a few years.
sucks
When
to
was the last
suck,
time
though,
you
right?
went to an event, socializing event with Caitlin?
Again, I don't remember exactly.
Did you talk to Caitlin at any point at
Thank
or
you,
around,
Phoebe.
on or around
Thank
January
you.
29th,
Pause.
2022?
Pull back.
No.
No.
When was the last time you had talked?
Pause. Phoebe, I did recall that we had talked about this in the Julie Albert We Need to Talk live stream, it's in the playlist of all the We Need to Talks, where we reviewed mostly all of the important Lying McLiar witnesses' testimony in much detail. And we had a group discussion about whether there was a Dunkin' open that morning. And Phoebe says no one has located an open Dunkin' that morning, though. Thank you. Jill Daniels has a good heart. You're fatter than me, you big fucking bird. Right? Big fucking bird.
You talked to Caitlin before January 29th, 2022.
I don't know.
There's been a day before, a week before, a month before.
No, I don't talk to her.
Hi, Anna. Good to see you.
Like I said, we're not like close friends, so it's like pretty infrequent that we would interact. So I don't know when the last time before that.
What about texting or Snapchatting or communicating in that way?
I don't remember.
There's been a week before the 29th.
I don't think so.
You don't think so, or you know so?
I don't think so.
What about after the 29th, after you responded to 34 Fairview? You ever have any communication with her?
Not that I can recall.
Jill is a psychopath.
So
She's a
is
sketchy.
that something that you think you might remember if you responded to a house of a father where there's a police officer dead or dying on the yard, on the lawn, 30 feet from the front door? You might have had a conversation with Caitlin.
Hi, Timberman.
I've never had a conversation with Caitlin about that call or this case.
Did you ever contact any of your other friends about the fact that you responded to Caitlin's parents' house?
No.
Were you ever asked about this relationship that you had with Caitlin Albert, this friendship that you had with Caitlin Albert at near the time of the 29th of January?
No.
Did you ever
Nice,
disclose
Joey.
to anybody that you had a relationship with Caitlin Albert at or around the time of this event?
No.
169 in chat.
When you
Thanks
went
for
to
being
34
here,
Fairview,
everyone. Drop a
you knew that
69 in
was
chat
the
if you've got one.
Albert family home, correct?
170.
When did you learn that it was the Albert? You now know that.
I know that now.
When did you find out?
I don't know. I don't recall. It was some point after. It was, but I don't know when.
Would it have been the next day?
No.
You and firefighter Flamati and firefighter Nuttall were all discussing
cool, Gypsy.
this case pretty intently after this event, correct?
No.
It's not that often in the little town of Canton that a
Yep.
police officer is found
Joe
dead or dying on
Schmo.
another police officer's
Thank you so
lawn.
much.
Didn't you agree with that?
Hey, shorties. Welcome.
We responded to a medical call. So
Like
the
70
conversation
Yes.
after the fact was at the hospital, debriefing the call, going over what happened, what
Thank
we use
you.
for equipment, what we
Buddy.
need, and just like that was the extent of the conversation.
Would you agree that this case, given its notoriety, is discussed at the fire station almost daily?
I don't know when I'm not there, but it does get brought up.
And obviously the fact that the house belongs to, or belonged at the time, to the Albert family is part of that discussion.
I don't know. Like I said, it gets brought up, but I just avoid it. I don't engage in the conversations.
It was certainly enough of a subject matter that you learned, according to you, after the 29th. That house
Crack
belongs
it.
to Brian
You
Albert,
know, it's Shelby.
Cole
Hi,
Albert,
Shelby.
parents
See you.
of your friend Caitlin Albert, right?
Well, at that point, it was on the news consistently, so I don't know where that like information was introduced, but
But it was pretty early on after the 29th.
I don't recall when it was known that that was the case.
I mean, you didn't learn that that was the Albert family home last week.
No,
You've known it for
No.
going on 2.5 years.
I don't know exactly when I learned that that was the house.
So
I
not
realize
that
you don't know
morning?
exactly, Miss McLaughlin. I'm not asking you the day you learned. I'm asking you, you've known this basically through the lifespan of this case.
At some point after I learned it.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out about how long after, a week after, a month after.
I'm not sure.
But it was more toward January 29th than it was yesterday, correct?
Correct.
Timberman.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes. Welcome. Thanks for joining us on your layover. Thanks, Michelle. Chicago, huh? Look at Karen's face. She's like, you're fucking kidding me? What the actual fuck? Katie McLaughlin. You lying McLiar, you.
One other, just a couple of brief questions.
Right?
Do you know
Enough?
any of Caitlin's siblings?
No,
You know Brian Albert Jr.?
no,
You know any of her extended family that might be a little closer in age to you, like Colin Albert?
no,
You ever met any of them?
not that I recall.
Not that you recall, or no?
I don't remember meeting any of them.
Your Honor, that's all I have right now.
All right, Mr. Lally, any questions?
Oh,
Just a few,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Lally. Just a few, but we're not going to subject ourselves to that. So, Katie McLaughlin, number 7 on the Lying McLiars list. Your thoughts? Dang, I miss Miss Shorty emojis. You know what? While we're here, what have I got? I'm pretty sure I've got a whole bunch of new memberships to give out. So let's pause here for a moment. Give me a second. I'm just being professional back here. Lol. Clearing my throat, which I know you'll love. Oh, and I've got myself in my ear. That's great. I love that for us. Membership gifting. 10. I'm going to send 5 now, chat. Good luck. What, if any? Exactly. Hey, thanks, Miss Shorty. No, thanks, YouTube. Thank you for the 10. We've got 5 more to give out. I might save them till next weekend. But, oh my God, so many things. This, yes.
Count it 5, 10, yeah. Count it 5, 10, yeah. 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah. Get the money. Count it 5, 10, yeah. 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah. Get the money.
Joey, what are you doing? Joey is not at the strip club tonight, unfortunately. No, we're not listening to Lally. Yeah. They do. I think they do a lot of lying, regardless. These lying McLiars, but we're not going to subject ourselves to Lally. Jesus, losing my mind. Poor Joey. YouTube has decided that he's too generous, and he can't do any money stuff on YouTube. Like, we're dying here, Joey. Joey wants to go to the strip club. He can't do it. I got to clear my throat. Wait. I have a sound for that. Oh my God, it's so far down. Vapes are good for you. I will die on that hill. Wait. Oh my God, there's so many things in this. And then we're going on to number 6, right? Okay, Joey, we're doing number 6. The standard. We're doing on 3, 2, 1.
So you, when you say drove around, whereabouts were you driving?
Through Canton, pretty aimlessly, just driving.
And at some point you come upon a dog, is that correct?
Correct.
And where was that?
On Elm Street.
Hi, that redhead.
And
oh, it's a bit fast. Wait.
This was a dog obviously unfamiliar to you, is that correct?
Yes.
So what did you do with the dog?
The dog ran over to the car when we stopped and picked the dog up, and we didn't really know what to do with it, so we brought it to the police station.
Do you recall at all what kind of dog it was?
No, white.
Small dog.
It was small. It was white and brown. Not sure what type.
And so while you're at the police station, what, if anything, did you learn about that dog that you brought to the police station?
I went in the police station. The dog stayed in the car with one of my friends. And as I was walking in and telling the officer that I found a dog, he got a call from the owner, and she asked if she was like, "Oh, can you return my dog, please?"
And so you brought the dog back to the owner?
Yes.
You know about what time all of that was going on?
I'm not sure.
You with the dog?
The dog ran over to the car when we stopped and picked the dog up, and
Wasn't me,
we
it was
didn't really know
YouTube.
what to do with it, so we brought it to the police station.
Do you recall at all what kind of dog it was?
No, white.
Small dog.
It was small. It was white and brown. Not sure what type.
And so while you're at the police station, what, if anything, did you learn about
Yes,
that dog
redhead,
that you
yes.
brought to the police station?
I went in the police station. The dog stayed in the car with one of my friends. And as I was walking in and telling the officer that I found a dog, he got a...
She's looking earnestly at the jury per her mother's instructions, because she's an honest and truthful person. What do you think, chat? What's the utility of this lie? I think she tells it very convincingly, right? Joey, you're killing me. Well, but also this. She's telling tell us what you think, chat. Joey, God damn it. Joey!
I'll take any motherfucker's money if he giving it away. Shit.
Holly, you're going on the list. Joey. Thank goodness. Ali took Chloe from 34 Fairview, right? Well, I need to get a pile of sticky notes, don't I? Opal Gypsy. I do have a system. It's just a shit system. Well, Holly. There you go. You're in ×2, Holly. Boom. What's the lie? Don't put in the raffle. Holly says, don't put me in the raffle. Okay. Hi, Serenity. Stole a dog. More like.
Free my boy Billy Tibbetts. Free my boy Billy Tibbetts.
The story is a distractor. There has to be a utility to the lie, though. There's no reason to put this in unless there's a reason. Like, I mean, it's up there with the, scraping the apron and the high top tables and the basketball game, right? But that was Lally asking all those questions. This is Ally McCabe volunteering this unsolicited, right? She was covering her ass, right? Amy Shosho?
Well,
Who takes lost dogs to the police station? I mean, maybe in the Canton Triangle. Maybe. Comfort hoodies. I don't know. Distractor. Dog hair on her clothes. Well, they didn't even test John's socks, did they? Officer John O'Keefe. So she totally had Chloe, right? All right, Chad, here's another question. Do we think that they actually found Chloe? Come on now. Chloe's over the rainbow. Chloe is over the rainbow. Let's keep going with this ludicrous story.
Got a call from
Thanks, Joey.
The owner, and she asked if she was like, "Oh, can you return my dog, please?"
And so you brought the dog back to the owner?
Yes.
You know about what time all of that was going on?
I'm not sure.
Now, you mentioned that you had picked up a person by the name of Colin Albert. Is that right?
Correct.
And
thank you for being here.
Colin Albert to you, or can you describe to the jury sort of your relationship?
Hi, Mama G.
I've known Colin since I've been born. Our families are very close.
Really?
We went to high school together, growing up, in the same friend group. So yeah, we're very close.
So you
All
were in
right.
the same grade as you, is that right?
Correct.
We can't. It was just the dog story. We're not listening to any of that bullshit from Lally because yikes. We have done a whole, have we? Yes. A whole Ally McCabe, we need to talk. So if you'd like to watch her whole testimony, you can, but we won't do it now. So that was number 6, halfway. Number 5. You know the drill, Joey. On my 1. Can we do this? Of course we can. Fucking professionals. 3, 2, 1. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Damn it. I've jinxed it. We got there.
Ms. Albert, your husband has boxing experience, correct?
Yes.
He also has fighting experience from his training in the military, correct?
I don't know what fighting experience from the military means. I mean, he was in the Marine Corps. He was out of the Marine Corps.
I mean, this woman, if this isn't the symbolism and the epitome of a downtrodden, broken, beige, grey, lifeless husk of a woman. Ugh.
Or in 1992.
But he had training through the Marine Corps and through the Boston Police Department with fighting and defensive tactics, correct?
I assume so.
Refresh, Joey.
Ms. Albert, you testified earlier that you left the waterfall around, I believe, 11:45. Is that correct?
No, I said I think closer to 12.
Not me. God damn it. Lauren Crime, YouTube.
Ms. Albert, your husband
Watch that
has
again,
boxing
shall we?
experience, correct?
Yes.
He also has fighting experience from his training in the military, correct?
Agreed,
I don't
Joe.
know
Agreed.
what fighting experience from the military means. I mean, he was in the Marine Corps. He was out of the Marine Corps in 1992.
But he had training through the Marine Corps and through the Boston Police Department with fighting and defensive tactics, correct?
I assume so.
Ms.
BRB
Albert, you
chat.
testified earlier that you left the waterfall around, I believe, 11:45. Is that correct?
No, I said I think closer to 12.
Okay. Could I show you what's been previously marked as Exhibit 53? Your Honor, could I have permission to publish Exhibit 53?
Okay.
And Mr. Bates, if I could have you start the video at 5:14. If you could pause. This video?
No, I don't.
So we did a whole we need to talk on poor old Nicole Albert, and there was a lot of dissension in the chat. A lot of people refused to have any empathy for Nicole Albert. I mean, everybody has autonomy and an ability to make choices. It's all relative though, right? Brian Albert is her husband. I think we need to take into account coercive control. And, I don't know how much autonomy Nicole Albert has. I don't think it's necessarily, I mean, we can have empathy for her. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. We can have empathy for her and the life she's in and also be quite mad with her for not doing the right thing. But I don't know how, I don't know if you've all been in a coercive controlling relationship. I have. No autonomy, man. Hi, Katie. Good to see you. And thank you so much. I've got my very official outfit on because I just interviewed in our last stream Mr. Joe Tacopina, ASAP Rocky's victorious attorney, also Donald Trump's attorney. Yes, I did. We did. It was amazing. He's amazing. So thanks. I'm looking all official and shit. Poppy's gone crazy. Poppy. So yeah, Nicole Albert, if you want to watch that, it's in the We Need to Talk playlist. And yeah, I think there was quite some division with what people felt was okay. I think she's a broken woman who had no choice but to say what she was told to say. And am I right, chat? Are they no longer together? Is that true? Brian Albert and Nicole Albert? I don't know those things. I'm not a local and I don't have all the tea, unfortunately.
Do you see the woman that's in the lower quadrant? Do you recognize that individual at all?
I don't. I can't tell who that is.
I know this is not the best video, so I'll play a little bit more and see if you might be able to recognize it. You don't recognize who that individual is?
I mean, it could be me. I'm not sure. I can't really tell.
All right. So this is an instance where the video has to speak for itself, right?
Understood, Your Honor.
She's definitely lying, but I don't think she had any choice.
Pause. Did you recognize the woman that just sort of walked forward?
Yes. Now seeing the coat, I recognize that it's me.
Thank you. And did you see what was in your hand?
So if you haven't been around the Camp Shorty campsite for a while, nothing's changed. I'll eat my cheese, but I'll mute myself while I do it. I'll probably forget that I'm muted and I'll start talking. So that it's iconic and endearing, and you're welcome.
I don't.
You could play just a little bit more. Ms. Albert, do you see you appear to be holding something?
Yes.
What is that?
Looks like a can.
And what time is that video taken?
11:58.
So that would have been approximately the time that you were leaving the Waterfall Bar and Grill.
Yep.
You guys had a fun night. It looks like you kind of grabbed the White Claw. You're about to leave. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You testified earlier that
Thank you,
you got
Cheryl.
home.
So can we turn the lights back on and okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
I mean, pension and maybe for fear of
Let me switch gears a little bit. You testified earlier that there are 4 cars that are usually parked in the driveway at 34 Fairview, correct?
Yes.
And you listed at least the make and model of about 3 of those vehicles.
Yeah.
You recall that?
Yep.
You said there's a Cadillac that usually is parked in your driveway, there's a Ford Explorer, and there's a Ford Escape, correct? But you also said there's a fourth car. That's your husband's work vehicle.
Yes. Yeah.
What type of car is that?
That's a Ford Edge.
A black Ford Edge.
Yes. Yep.
Exactly, Jimmy.
Is there a reason that you didn't want to state or commit to that in front of this jury when you originally testified?
No, there's no reason. I was just trying to think of all the different cars.
Wait.
We have 5 kids. We've had a lot of different vehicles.
Oh my God, this poor woman. I'm sorry. It's even worse. Every time you watch this, I feel for her. I don't condone being part of a cover-up of a murder. I do not. Oh my God, it's heartbreaking. And also, wait, what? Cheryl says he, Big Bad Brian A., moved to North Maine near Canada. Yeah. Only he and baby Brian are on the lease. So I heard. I love that tea. While we're paused, Katie asks, what are everyone's thoughts on the federal investigation supposedly being over? I don't believe it, only because I doubt the feds would let the people being investigated that they were off the hook. I agree. Have we had clarification on whether they mean it's over and we're yet to deliver our findings, or it's over and we found nothing? Do we know? That matters. That detail matters, because perhaps they've concluded their investigation and they have some stuff. Hey, Buster. What do we think? Katie thinks, in my opinion, I think she's a piece of shit for lying, this is Nicole, but I feel she's probably terrified of her husband and felt she had no choice. Yes. It doesn't make it right, but it means we can have a better understanding of her motivation or the need for her to be to be number 5 in the top 10 Lying McLiars in the first Karen Reid trial. It kind of reminds me of that lady we heard about last night, the skydiver whose husband tried to kill her and she defended him. Yes. Women, coercive control is extraordinarily strong fear of retaliation, right? Have they even shown a video of Colin leaving the waterfall? I mean, not that I know of. This is the place for someone to say they have or not. She's definitely terrified of Brian. He killed a cop, allegedly. No, he did. We did. And the nephew and Higgy. He killed a cop with no problem. So imagine what he could do to her if she spoke up. Let's not forget those images of the cop colleague that he beat up, Brian Albert, beat with those big eyes, right? Those big brain-filled, massive black eyes, right? Still can't help wondering about Pat Rogers. Same. Thank you, cop's daughter. Same. So much concerning shit going on up there. What the fuck is in the water up there, y'all?
I was just saying it as I remembered it.
Oh, God, Nicole.
News coverage in this case has revealed the importance of a Ford Edge.
Objection, Your Honor.
Objection, Your Honor.
In your mind, a Ford Edge has significance to this case, doesn't it?
Objection, Your Honor.
No, can you answer that? Does a Ford Edge have significance in this case to you?
I've heard it talked about.
Can we go back and listen to how frantically and with vigor Lally says objection there? He's like, don't talk about the Ford Edge. Bev wants to know.
News coverage in this case has revealed the importance of a Ford Edge.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
The next one.
In your mind, a Ford Edge has significance to this case, doesn't it?
Objection, Your Honor.
No, can you answer that? Does a Ford Edge have significance in this case?
Yes, it does.
I've heard it talked about. Yeah.
And what you've heard talked about is that an eyewitness saw.
Objection, Your Honor.
I'm going to stop you on that. The objection sustained.
Oh,
Ms. Albert, you know there's significance to the Ford Edge, and that's the one
Objection, Your Honor.
that you did not
Objection, Your
mention
Honor.
in your initial testimony, correct?
So I'm going to allow that question. Can you answer that?
I just was trying to think of all the different makes and models. I did not purposely say that.
I want her to be out of it. I want her to be out of it. Is that
Where
an
did your
actual-
husband strike that? You testified earlier that you weren't sure exactly where Brian Higgins parked that night when he arrived at your house, correct?
Wait, pause. I'm getting
And
confused.
you said, I'm not sure, but then you gave a
Are we saying the federal investigation isn't over? That's the word on the street. But didn't they make an announcement? Or are we saying that Nicole and Brian Albert's marriage isn't over? I need clarification. Fake news. MSN. Stop. Let's pause until we get there. I'm going to go down in the chat. Joey, I don't think the swingers thing is real, but it could be. Wishful thinking by you, Joey. Are you a member of that club? I think Coco could be the only one with a conscience, and she feels every lie she says. Yes. That's tough, Patricia. Don't cry out loud. Just keep it inside and learn how to hide your feelings. Right, Joe? Bev taking over for Lally. The forever sustained objections. Can you answer that? Did she ignore you? All right. I'm scrolling down. Fake news. Turtle Boy said the investigation is still on. Ted got played. Who's Ted? Ted Daniels. There has been no official... Hi, Michael. Good to see you. There has been no official word. Michael, did you watch our Joe Tacopina interview before? Please go and watch it. Yes. Joe was on Camp Shorty like a couple of hours ago. Wait, what? You big fucking bird. Karen said the federal investigation is still ongoing. Okay. K. So, keep reading, Lisa. We should get Ted Daniels' notes for the two sources. They'd be something. Well, I have Oscar from NBC 10's number. Should I ask him? I could text him. Facts. Carry on, Nicole, with your sad lies. Pathetic, according to Patricia. Harsh but fair. I feel for her.
gave a pretty vivid description about him being parked, you think, in front of the house by the mailbox facing away from your your
thank you,
residence.
Cheryl.
Right. Yep.
No, wait. What did I do here?
Is that statement something that's from your personal recollection or for something that you've discussed with other witnesses in this case?
No, it's from my personal recollection of what I'm pretty sure I remembered. He pulled in first, he backed out so we could pull in, and then I'm pretty sure he pulled out and parked along the curb.
Chat, I'm like a broken record on this. Where's all my Wendy Adelson folks at? You see the hand movements? When they're lying, when they really want to tell the lies, they give us all the random hand movements. Let's go back. Go, Liza.
Statement something that's from your personal recollection or for something that you've discussed with other witnesses in this case?
No, it's from my personal recollection of what I'm pretty sure I remembered. He pulled in first, he backed out so we could pull in, and then I'm pretty sure he pulled out and parked along the curb where the mailbox was.
So you haven't discussed.
Patricia, yes, she is helping to frame Karen, but it's not. I don't think it's that clear cut. I don't think she has a choice. I just don't.
Well.
Thanks, Joey. Xanax much. Everyone has their right to their opinion, and of course, if you think that if that incenses you so much, Patricia, that you cannot have any sympathy or empathy for her, I don't. Like I said, I don't condone it. We had these same conversations when we did the We Need to Talk. Agree. There's a lot wrong with this, but it's nuanced. Everything's nuanced. Life is not black and white. This situation is not black and white. Not for her.
Discuss that
In my
statement
opinion.
with any other witnesses in this case.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
You testified earlier that when you arrived at 34 Fairview, your son, Brian Albert Jr. was there, Julie Nagel was there, Sarah Levinson was there.
Oh, Sarah Levinson, she's another sad one, right? Shorty, did you see the ex-cop caught on camera meeting what he understood to be an underage? I mean, no, and that's for me personally, that's kind of triggering. If you know, you know. But okay, from memory, he claimed to have been an ex-colleague of Big Bad Brian. You know, I think a lot of cops have a lot of issues, and that's not a sweeping generalization. I just think it's a fact, and that could well be one of them. And they do seem to feel like they have an untouchableness, right? An entitlement to above the law. Worrisome. No, I haven't seen it. Yikes.
And that your nephew, Colin Albert, was also present, correct?
True.
Yes.
True colors. True colors.
Can you describe sort of your interaction with Colin Albert when you walked in the door?
It was literally, I was coming in. I think we almost bumped into each other. I said, I didn't realize he was there. I said,
lying.
Hey, what are you doing here?
He's
He
lying.
said, oh, I just come by to see Brian, but my ride's on its way. I'm about to leave. And I said, oh, okay. And I said, all right, I see ya. And he just kind of continued on. I think he must have went out the door.
So when you first testified, I believe you stated that you saw Colin seated at the table with Brian Jr., correct?
When I testified, when?
Earlier today.
I don't believe I said that.
Shortly after he got up.
No, I don't believe I said that.
You never said that he was initially seated with Brian Jr.
No, I'm pretty sure I said when I walked in, I immediately saw him.
So when you walked in the door, you're saying he was already leaving to go get his ride, correct?
He was standing and looked to me like he was getting ready for someone who was coming to pick him up.
Got it. And when you pulled up with Brian Higgins and Brian Albert, that all happened around the same time, correct?
Yes.
And you have never mentioned seeing any other vehicle waiting outside the house for Colin when you arrived, correct?
No.
You didn't observe another vehicle outside the house?
No, I'm not saying he said to me, my ride's almost here. I'm leaving.
Did he
So
though?
I didn't see anything outside about his ride.
And it was cold outside that night?
Yeah.
So he sort of
let's go back to that bit. Watch her body language as she's kind of resigned to the fact that she has to tell this. So all of the hand stuff, just watch what she does with her facial expressions and her body. Whoa, sorry, dirty pause, Nicole. Yikes. Even the colors she's wearing, we've had these conversations. It's just, she has no life in her. Ugh. Obviously, neither does Officer John O'Keefe, and so it's not okay. I'm not condoning that she's lying.
And when you pulled up with Brian Higgins and Brian Albert, that all happened around the same time, correct?
Yes.
And you have never mentioned seeing any other vehicle waiting outside the house for Colin when you arrived, correct?
No.
She's still shaking her head.
You didn't observe another vehicle.
She's still shaking her head. She's trying to convince herself, like the lie.
Outside the house.
No, I'm not saying he said to me, my ride's almost here. I'm leaving. So I didn't see anything outside of
today, Junior.
About his ride.
And it was cold outside that night?
Yeah.
So he sort of walked out the door before his ride arrived?
I don't know if he went and stood and waited by the door. I came in the house and like I said, I immediately said hello to my son, his friends. I went and started doing my cleaning. And I didn't really pay attention. But I assume he left because I never saw him again.
So you're not sure if he was sort of standing by the front door?
I'm not sure. I mean, he could have been standing there waiting. He said his ride was about to be there.
Okay. But you didn't see him leave?
I did not see him leave.
Interesting. That's not a lie, is it? She didn't see him leave. Ali McCabe allegedly picked Colin up. Interesting. Cleaning up, maybe. Right. Assume he left right. Michelle, hi, good to see you. Michelle says, I feel it was a setup with Ted Daniel to discredit his reporting. Yeah, could be. The trolls were posting about it a few days later. For a few days before? No blood on her head. She's ready to faint. Hi, Bob. Good to see you. Good point, Katie. Notice instead of saying my niece or Allie was coming to get Colin, she says his ride. Distancing language. I mean, Ruthie, maybe Nicole Albert to save herself from the butt-dialing, ugly bumping with her husband or cleaning up a murder. Same. Yeah, I agree, Patricia. I can see your point. I can not stand any of them, frankly. Hi, Chloe's mom. Good to see you. Do you think, or do you think they're giving her some experience because she's a junior partner? Bit of both. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all we'll do for Nicole Albert. Hi, out and about with Diane. Good to see you. Okay, Joey. Chat. We're going to, hey, there's 175 of you watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching and you're not chatting, come on into the chat. It's fun. Just subscribe, come into the chat. You can always unsubscribe later if you want to, although I think you'll like it here. Yes. No, we're up to 4, Joey. 4 to the floor. 4. Gorgeous. So let me see. Yeah, we can do this. We can so do this. We can do this. So on my 1, save, Joey. 3, 2, 1.
Watched any coverage of this case online?
Nope.
No social media?
No, I don't have social media.
Righto, mate. Number 1 lie.
Coverage?
Nope.
Nightly news, Channel 25, Channel 5?
No.
National news?
Nope.
Blogs?
Nope.
So literally, according to you, you know 0 about the media coverage concerning this case, Commonwealth versus Karen Reed.
Correct.
Correct.
Did you talk to Allie before her testimony?
No.
Oh,
When was the last
snap.
time you did talk to Allie before she testified yesterday?
I don't remember.
Give me an idea. She's one of your best friends. A week ago, a day ago, a month ago.
I do not remember.
Could it have been a year ago?
I do not remember.
Could have been 5 years ago.
No.
Okay. So it's more recently than 5 years ago that you spoke with Allie.
I don't remember.
So you have no independent recollection as you sit here. The last time you talked to one of your best friends and your cousin about any subject.
I will beat your ass.
No, I don't remember.
You up.
Were you ever
Pull up,
told
bitch.
in preparation for your testimony, if you start to get stumped or nervous, just say, I don't remember?
Nope.
Nobody ever told you that?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope.
So nobody ever informed you that you might get nervous on the witness stand. There might be tough questions. Easiest way to get out of that is just say, yeah, I don't recall.
No.
So you just don't recall because your memory is that bad. You literally don't recall the last time you spoke with Allie.
Objection.
Ask that differently, Mr. Jackson.
Sure. Your testimony is you are not instructed to say, I don't remember. You just literally don't remember.
Please.
Correct.
It's an issue with your memory, not an instruction that you received.
Correct.
He doesn't know what to
But
say.
you do remember 2.5 years ago, you left 34 Fairview at 12:10 a.m.
Very specific chat.
Down to the minute.
Correct.
Correct.
Did Mr. Lally, during this meeting that y'all had, did Mr. Lally show you anything? Items of evidence, photographs, videos,
Localism.
anything like
The
that?
Canton brainwave.
No.
Did you two talk about any evidence that you might see? Photographs, documents, videos?
Not that I remember.
He didn't show you the series of text messages between you and Miss McCabe, Allie?
I don't remember.
Okay, so you're not saying he didn't. You're just saying, again, you just don't remember.
Correct.
Okay. And this was just a month ago.
Around a month. Correct.
Could have been sooner than a month. Let me ask that a different way.
That's a really interesting question, Chloe's mom. We all know Jennifer McCabe is going to insist on seeing the transcripts. If you could just let me see that, then I can tell you. Hey, 169 watching. Whoa, we love the 69. We have 69 merch in the merch store, by the way. Cool. Favorite number. Patricia Vincent is 69. It's something we all aspire to. 1010. The thing is, though, they can't really change their testimony because they'll be impeached and their credibility will be shot. I mean, it's already shot. But I think a more interesting question would be, how many people think that these witnesses will have been watching every word they said on the raw court feed to make sure they've memorized what they said so that when they're on the stand, they do not have to think about it? So they can say the same things. That's what I think they're going to be doing. What do you think, chat? Carry on lying, Colin.
Could have been more recently than a series of text messages between you and
That wasn't me.
Miss McCabe, Allie?
YouTube sucks. I love you, YouTube, but please,
Okay,
sir.
so you're not saying he didn't. You're just saying, again, you just don't remember.
Correct.
Okay. And this was just a month ago.
Around a month. Correct.
Could have been sooner than a month. Let me ask that a different way. Could have been more recently than a month.
I don't know.
Don't know that either.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Sorry, YouTube keeps skipping back. It's actually not me, surprisingly.
All right. Sorry.
Where were you when this meeting a month ago took place?
At the DA's office
Colin was in the house,
on Shawmut
in
Road.
the basement.
Who contacted you to come to the DA's office?
I do not remember that.
Don't remember that either.
No.
Phone call from Mr. Lally, maybe?
Hi, Elaine.
I don't believe that I received a phone call. Maybe my lawyer did or my father. But I don't know. I don't believe I did.
So if your father received a phone call,
Gotta watch the replay, LA.
You need to go to the DA's office to meet with Mr. Lally. That would be a conversation with your dad about your preparation for your testimony, correct?
I wouldn't say so. No.
You would categorize that as such.
No.
Okay. Because of
Yes,
course, even though
100%,
you went
yes.
to the DA's office to meet Mr. Lally and a
Yes,
sergeant from the Massachusetts State Police to talk about your testimony,
Hi,
you didn't
Lisa.
mention that to your dad.
No.
You didn't mention that to your mom.
No.
And when you got done with that meeting, Dad didn't ask you, how'd it go, son?
Nope.
Your mom didn't say, how was that meeting
No.
about this massive murder case?
Hi, MCAT. Good to see you.
Objection.
An advocate. The shade.
Do you consider this to be a high-profile murder case?
Objection.
Objection.
Stand on relevancy. Ask it to.
In your mind, this is an important case, correct? Obviously.
Correct.
But according to you, it just never comes up in the Albert household.
No.
Okay. You were asked to look at a couple of text messages yesterday. Looked a little bit like this. You seen that before?
Yes.
When did you see that before?
Yesterday.
I had to think for so long.
On my phone. Yeah.
Okay. Other than on your phone when you made the screenshot.
Stop it.
Did you ever
Call
see
it
that before?
Albert. Let's
Mr.
listen
Lally
to that
ever showed it to
again.
you?
Not that I remember. No.
How long was that? That's a long time thinking that it was yesterday. Wow. God damn. This boy.
When did you see that before?
Yesterday.
That was 5.5 seconds, chat. Mate, let's call it 4 just to be on the safe side. That's a long time to say yesterday.
Before yesterday? Had you ever seen that before?
Wow.
On my phone. Yeah.
Okay. Other than on your phone when you made the screenshot, had you ever seen that before? Mr. Lally ever show it to you?
Not that I remember. No.
So you two didn't discuss that in your meeting a month or less ago?
We could have. I don't remember.
But again, you don't remember.
Mm-mm.
Is that no?
No.
Did Mr. Lally tell you why he wanted to question you about
Agreed, Britt.
I don't remember.
Did Mr. Lally tell you anything about what you might be asked on cross-examination?
No.
He asked you about any videos that you've ever posted?
No.
He asked you about any comments you've ever made online?
Nope.
Any photos you've ever been in?
No.
Any fights you've ever been in?
Nope.
That's a good point, Joe Schmo. I think also you'll find that popular culture, so television stuff like that, watching more homogenized accents on TV for this generation will mean there'll be less thick accents than the generations before. That's probably a bit of both. I don't know, but can the pizza shop pay for a fancy prep school? Not sure. Like mediocre chicken palms, really? It could be, social media and media in general, which is ease the real Canton out of him.
Who's Courtney Proctor?
Ooh, snap.
She's friendly with my aunt, Jillian.
I'm sorry?
My aunt Jillian, she's friendly with.
Hi, Jim. Good to see you.
When you say friendly with, describe that. What do you mean by friendly with?
I know that they're pretty friendly.
Have you ever been to Courtney Proctor's home?
Yes.
How many times would you say over the years?
4 or 5, maybe.
Her family is close to your family.
Yikes, Christine. Be careful.
Not that close. Close though.
Fair, Joey.
When you say not that close, but close though, what does that mean?
Do you listen to Adele together?
I'd say we're more close when I was younger, not when I got older.
Okay. How old are you now? You're 20?
Correct.
May I approach?
Okay.
I have a photo I'd like to show Mr. Lally first. May I?
Yes.
Thank you. Take a look at that photo and tell me if you recognize it. Just look at it to yourself, please. Let me know after you studied it for a second.
Yep.
You recognize the photo?
Yes.
Who's in that photo?
Objection.
Objection.
So the objection sustained as to the content of the photo. Did you want to come to sidebar and explain this to me?
Sidebar. There's a sidebar emote in the chat if you're in green. K-Fan's going to be in Canton tomorrow, probably. I will. Be safe. Have your phone handy in case anything pops off. If you see Jill Daniels, tell her we said hi. Tell her that the whole world is fatter than her because, yikes, Jill Daniels. Carry on. What do we got? Sidebar. I think it's quite a long sidebar, actually. Let me just scoot through to the next bit because I've got it like a timestamp. Thank you so much, Joey and Princey, for getting timestamps, and I did some as well. I took liberties with the timestamps a little bit because there was so much lying. I was spoilt for choice, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Albert, approximately when was that photograph taken?
Objection.
We can get that, but
man, everyone's got an accent. It's just that when it's your own accent, it doesn't feel. I don't think I've got an accent either, but I'm sure you all mostly would disagree. And chat, don't ask me to say chameleon, right? Or macrame. Yikes! If you know, you know. Apparently, you don't say chameleon, you say chameleon. Not on my watch.
we'll answer that question.
10 years or less ago, I'd say. I don't.
You were the ring bearer in Courtney Proctor's wedding, were you not?
Objection.
I'll allow that.
Correct.
So when you say we're friendly, but not that, or we're close rather, but not that close, you were actually close enough to be a member of her wedding party when she was married to her now husband, correct?
Thank you, Laura. I feel seen.
When I was younger, correct.
Well, of course it was when you were younger. It was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
AJ
Yeah.
Spicy, we love it.
So for at least a decade, your family and the Proctor family has been close enough such that you and Albert were in her wedding, correct?
Objection.
Ask that differently, Mr. Jackson.
For the last,
Thank you, Amber.
well,
See?
at least at that time, 10 years
You're
ago,
so mean to me, chat.
your family was close enough to the Proctor family such that you were a ring bearer in Courtney Proctor's wedding, right?
Correct.
And who's Courtney Proctor's brother?
Michael Proctor.
And is Michael Proctor in the photograph that you're looking at?
Yes.
Person on the far left?
What speed are we on, chat? I
Correct.
feel like it's on
Looks like
normal
he's in a
speed. Let me
tuxedo.
check.
Correct.
You were also in a tuxedo?
Objection.
Sustained.
What I'm getting at is you all were part of the same wedding party, correct?
Correct.
And that's a photograph of Courtney Proctor's wedding and the entire wedding party, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
Is that a photograph of a wedding party?
Objection.
Sustained.
He knows he's not going to have to answer.
May we
He doesn't even go to
Yes.
answer. Sidebar. Sidebar. So there's one more Colin bit. One more. 3 Colin lies. What could it be, chat? What could it be? Let me see my timestamps. Here we go. Here we go. Strap in. We're going. We're sliding. We're zooming. Iconic Madam Court reporter doing her due. Love her. She was also the court reporter for the Aaron Hernandez trial, right? So Linda Kenny Barden from Justice Serve TV has worked with the iconic Madam Court reporter with her CPAP machine.
The exhibit 85 and 108. Excuse me, that.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Joe Schmo's got a point there, motherfucker.
You see that photograph?
I'm happy to be wrong.
That's being displayed?
Yes.
Are you in that photograph?
Yes, Katie.
Yes.
You got it.
Which person are you?
In the middle.
And about what time of day was it? That's you in the middle?
Correct.
Okay. At what time of day was this taken?
Not sure.
Was it at an event of some sort or just you were at a bar?
Just at a bar.
Okay. I want you to take a look at your right hand. Can you see from there clearly your right hand?
Yes.
What do you notice about your right hand?
It's cut up.
Pause. Pause because MCAT. Lots of info that Matt did the Hoslong search, not Jennifer McCabe. Super interesting. Maddie in deep. Well, fuck, man. That's massive.
Shit.
We shall see. Yikes.
Cut up.
Your knuckles are injured, correct?
Correct.
Now, you didn't take this photo, did you?
Nope.
That photo was never on your phone. In other words, it wasn't a friend of yours that took the photo. Correct?
No.
This was taken by an event staff member, is that right?
Correct.
It was later posted on social media, isn't that right?
Correct.
You could not access the metadata. You couldn't access the time and date of that photo, correct?
Yay, Melissa.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
You couldn't manipulate the time.
Thanks
and
for being
date this
here.
photo
Good to
was
see you.
taken.
No.
This photo is completely sort of out of your control, isn't that right?
Correct.
And it was controlled by the event staff at Fenway Johnny's.
Correct.
And on February 26th, less than a month after the incident at Fairview, that's what your right knuckles look like, correct?
Correct.
And this is a true and accurate depiction of your condition on or about February 26th, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
How'd you get those injuries, Mr. Albert? We can analyze up.
Yes.
I was at a party, my house party, my senior year, and I remember it being icy out, and it was kind of like a steep hill of a driveway, and I was walking up the driveway, and I slipped down the driveway, and I tried to catch myself, but I had something in my left hand, so I had tried to brace myself with my right hand, and I ended up sliding a little bit down the driveway. If I remember, it was either my phone or.
That's a lot of words for Colin Albert, isn't it? Rehearsed? That's a lot of words for Mr. Nope, isn't it? Let's listen to that again. I think I went back for too far, but that's okay. 30 million.
I was at a party, my house party, my senior year, and I remember it being icy out, and it was kind of like a steep hill of a driveway, and I was walking up the driveway, and I slipped down the driveway, and I tried to catch myself, but I had something in my left hand, so I had tried to brace myself with my right hand, and I ended up sliding a little bit down the driveway.
What'd you have in your left hand?
If I remember, it was either my phone or a beverage.
So according to you, you fell on ice and injured your knuckles, as we just saw in that photograph, right across the top of your knuckles.
Correct.
So
Ah,
you
yes,
fell onto
exactly that.
pavement, asphalt,
Correct.
Yes.
and you braced yourself when you fell, your entire body weight, by putting your right hand down in a fist, and you injured your right fist, just the top of the knuckles on your right fist.
See you,
when
Cheryl.
you fell down.
Mwah.
Correct.
Thanks for being here.
Seriously?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Objection, Wait, was that a whisper?
Put your palms down.
Stop.
when you fell.
Did I just hear someone whisper objection before Lally said objection? Let's go back. Too busy doing all my things. Yikes. Listen carefully, chat.
Your right hand down in a fist, and you injured your right fist, just the top of the knuckles on your right fist when you fell down.
Correct.
Seriously?
Pausing to say also, Colin looks very tired, doesn't he? And it's not me with a nose whistle, it's Colin. Just saying. Yes, someone said objection. 100%. Let's listen to it again.
Right fist, just the top of the knuckles on your right fist when you fell down.
Correct.
Seriously?
Who's that whispering? Who would be that? A guy. Who do you think it was? Who could that be? There's no second chair. Put your dick away, Jim. 100% Jim. Not you, Jim. I mean, definitely still put your dick away, but court clerk Jim, put your dick away. And also, let's listen to it again. That's wild. See, the things you hear. I mean, does it matter? I'm just interested. Who's objecting? Maybe AJ was expecting an objection. Do you think that's what it was? And whispered it? No, that's very skillful. Who could it have been?
Your right fist, just the top of the knuckles on your right fist when you fell down.
Correct.
Seriously?
Objection, Your Honor.
It was the claw. It was Jim. No, I don't know. Chat, what do you think? We'll keep going. Tell us what you think. Who was that whispering objection? Because Lally wouldn't have whispered objection to himself. Maybe he was like, I should say objection. Oh, objection.
Sustained.
Fucking clowns.
Palms down when you fell?
No.
You fell your entire body weight on your right fist and just injured the top portion of your knuckles, correct?
Correct.
Those injuries to your knuckles look an awful lot like the type of injuries that you would get in a
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Ever been in a
Hi,
fight?
Jim.
Other than with my brothers, no.
You've never been in a fight
Nope.
your entire life.
Other than with my brothers, no.
Never hurt your knuckles before.
Not sure what you mean.
Never hurt your knuckles in a fight.
No.
No.
And in this case, when you fell down on the asphalt, it was only the top four knuckles of your right hand, correct?
Correct.
You right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Her name is McLaughlin, the second chair attorney. But it did sound like a male voice. Not sure. Not sure. You think it was Lally whispering to himself? Oh, bloody poor Lally. That's hilarious. Hey, thanks for being here, everyone. Have you hit the like? There's 182 watching. Thank you so much for being here. This is so as fun as watching the lying testimony in the farcical fiasco of a corrupt trial framing a woman for murder. but it is nice to have you all here. Thank you so much.
You box?
Nope.
I'm sorry, you don't box?
Nope.
You've never boxed?
Never.
Hi, Carla. Good to see you.
You ever practice boxing?
I've hit the bag for like cardio, but other than that, no.
When you hit the bag, is that considered boxing?
Bye,
I
Laura.
wouldn't say so. Not,
See you next
not,
weekend.
Not
not
doing
really.
rope, is it, Mr. Albert?
No.
It's not doing curls.
Nope.
Not doing push-ups or calisthenics.
Nope.
It's hitting a bag, correct?
Yeah.
That's boxing, right?
I'd say yeah.
Yeah. When that photograph was taken at Fenway Johnny's, those knuckles looked like they had been re-injured from a prior injury.
They
No?
do, don't they, Alan?
No.
Just
Nope.
falling on the asphalt.
Correct.
Any other cuts or scrapes from that terrible fall on the asphalt?
Bro, that's
Objection, Your
boxing.
Honor.
I'll rephrase it. Any other cuts or scrapes or injuries from that fall?
I don't remember.
Just your right knuckles.
Yeah.
Yep. The silence is awkward. I love it. Alan will be scribbling in his
You
note.
said you've never been in a fight before.
Nope.
Did you post a video? You threatened that you're going to.
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection sustained. I'll see you at sidebar on this. I'm familiar with this.
So we're going to save this one, okay, chat, because we do have, and this is a spoiler alert, but we do have top 10 AJ Zingers coming up in our top 10 moments series, and also top 10 Yanetti Zingers, top 10 what the fuck Bev moments, and top God knows how many, maybe 5 and 5 with honorable mentions of bumbling idiots and ultra villains. So some of this footage, as much as it's relevant to being a lying McLiar, we have a fair amount of proof that Colin Albert is in fact a lying McLiar. Am I right, chat? Pull up, bitch. We're saving it. I'm sorry. It's like the cliffhanger of cliffhangers, but probably next weekend will be the AJ Zingers episode. So you only have to wait till next Saturday night, right? Top 10 Bev moments should be 100. We might do more. Maybe Colin himself whispered, hey, that's a good suggestion, Michelle. I don't think he's that smart. Yes, Joey. Number 3. You're on it. Good work. That's okay. Mel Mac. Hi, Mel Mac. Good to see you. Yes, number 3. Okay, my earballs are itchy. Earbuds in my ears for hours. Hey, did you see my Joe Tacopina interview? No? Check it out. 5 o'clock Eastern this evening, we chatted with ASAP Rocky's attorney, Joe Tacopina. And while I think of it, every weekend at Camp Shorty, there's a raffle going, drawn the next weekend. Any super chat, super sticker, buy me a coffee, gifted membership, new member, or PayPal / Camp Shorty, capital C, capital S. You'll go in the draw for the next weekend to win a t-shirt off the Miss Shorty, they're going to love it. Clip it. Miss Shorty merch store. So many cool things. We have a whole Mr. Flex Pack Joe Tacopina range. So that you're going to be in it to win it. There are already, not already. Actually, there's only the odds are great at the moment. Let me see, because the weekend is almost over. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll double check, but I have 12 entries. Yes, Holly. Hi, Holly. Holly Berry. Holly Berry. Holly Berry. We're up to number 3, chat. Joey, can we do this again like fucking professionals? Hopefully. Wait, I gotta clear my throat though. Yikes. Fuck. Hang on. Delightful. Better out than in, right? Vapes are good for you. Holly Berry, she's in the draw. Thanks, darling. Welcome, new member. And I'll put you on the list, Holly Berry. So much cool merch. So much cool merch. I've already spent a substantial amount of money on my own merch, but all proceeds going to pay the beautiful moderators, the mod squad. So no grift here. Paying my people, right, for their time and energy and love and support. Because I can. Because I want to. Unprecedented. So Joey, on my 3. Fuck. On my 1. Fuck. We're so good. Number 3, on my 1. 3, 2, 1. Got to be a better way.
At the very top, did you read what you write in the blue bubbles starting at the top?
Haha, stranger, stranger.
And then what was the response from Miss Reed?
Hey, I was at the Hilly all weekend.
Wait. Ha 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 ha. I'm in the blue bubble. Ha ha. Let's go again. Chef's kiss. You fucking clown.
In the blue bubbles starting at the top.
Haha, stranger, stranger.
And then what was the response from Miss Reed?
Hey, I was at the Hilly all weekend.
And what did you respond with that point?
I have not heard from you.
And by the way, if you look at the next date down, what's the date underneath I have not heard from you?
The 23rd.
So this would have preceded the 23rd, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then on the 23rd, and by the way, after you texted, I have not heard from you, she did not respond, correct?
She did not respond.
Then on the 23rd, she did respond with phone works, correct?
In the arrows, like both ways.
Right.
Yep.
And then what did you text after that?
I just said, thought you were all set.
You know, we don't use the terminology all set in Australia the way you guys say it. Like all set is like, no, I'm done, right? I'm done. I'm all set. Like, no, thanks. I'm good. I use it now because I'm like an honorary Massachusetts. What would that be? I'm with you all. I'm all set. No. Took me a while. No party without Havarti. Agreed. I like smoked Havarti. Did everyone see when Joey sent me murderous postal cheese from Boston in the mail? 4 pounds of cheese? What? Best. Love you, Joey. Let's keep going with this cringe man. We've got a couple of Brian Higgins sections because there's so many liars. He's such a lying McLiar, right?
And how did she respond?
She said, we're talking? No.
That's all I have.
Masshole. Thank you, Chip. Yes, that's me. Honorary masshole. Happy.
So clearly with that last
I'll allow it.
Her response was, in response to you saying, thought we were all set, she said, with talking, no. Correct?
Yep. Yes.
Did that indicate to you that with flirting, yes, we're all done?
No, I didn't read anything into it.
Okay. But you did read where she said with talking, no, correct?
Yes.
Oh, no, Mama G.
And then you responded, how?
I said, are you sure?
Did she respond?
No.
As a matter of fact.
As if he had to look at the transcript to see whether she responded. He knows. He murdered John because of it, right?
The next
not because of it.
Time you saw her.
Not because of it. That's bad phraseology. Because that would suggest that I have put some blame on Karen. I do not. But, you know, he was spoiling for a fight with Karen's boo. And these text messages have to be burned into his brain.
Or communicated with her. She was walking into the Waterfall Bar on the 29th, early morning hours of the 20th, late night hours of the 28th, when in the early morning of the 29th, with her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, correct?
Yes.
Now, you had discussed your flirtations, if I can use that word, that you had with Miss Reed with your friends, at least some of them, correct?
I don't recall that, no.
Do you recall that you openly shared the details of your interest in Miss Reed with your work supervisor at the DOJ?
Well, that was after I shared what happened, that she kissed me. Yes, I did share that with her.
And that was with.
That was the first time.
That was with a person by the name of Kate Dowd. Is that right?
That's correct.
And that was
Wait.
before January 29th.
Wait,
Yes.
that was the first time. She kissed me twice. That was the first time. Righto, man. Yuck. Yuck. Higgy, you're just disgusting. There's no way. Blah.
And that's because your interest in Karen Reed, whether you call it romantic or sexual or whatever, your interest was something that was at least occupying your mind at that point, correct?
No.
It was occupying your mind enough to share it with your boss.
No, what I shared with my boss was the fact that she kissed me. That was it.
Did you discuss your flirtatious relationship with Karen Reed with Brian Albert at any point?
No.
Never.
No.
So you were on a 4-hour drive in a snowstorm back from New York with Mr. Reed. I'm sorry, with Mr. Reed, with Mr.
I'm going to pause. I'm going to go back a little bit. Watch his his facial expressions as he's talking. I can't with this fucking clown.
No, what I shared with my boss was the fact that she kissed me. That was it.
Did you discuss your flirtatious relationship with Karen Reed with Brian Albert at any point?
No.
Never.
No.
So you were on a 4-hour drive in a snowstorm back from New York with Mr. Reed. I'm sorry, with Mr. Reed, with Mr. Albert, and your interest in Karen Reed never came up.
No.
Even though he's a good
No. Nope. 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 No. 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 No.
friend.
Yes, just something I wouldn't talk about.
I feel like it's something he really would talk about. Chat, don't you reckon it's something he would probably bitch and moan about and whine about?
You've been drinking since about what time? What time? That's a bad way to ask it. What time did you start drinking?
Yes, Joe, it is.
When are we at, Mr.?
I'm sorry, on the 28th, when you got back from New York. When did you start drinking?
Well, it wasn't until I swapped out vehicles and I went up to the hillside.
Okay. That would have been, give me a time frame. 9-ish, 8-ish.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Brian Albert.
That wasn't me.
No.
Never.
YouTube.
No.
So you were on a 4-hour drive in a snowstorm back from New York with Mr. Reed. I'm sorry, with Mr. Reed, with Mr. Albert, and your interest in
thanks,
Karen Reed never came up.
No.
Even though he's a good friend.
Yes, just something I wouldn't talk about.
You've been drinking since about what time? What time? That's a bad way to ask it. What time did you start drinking?
When are we at, Mr.?
I'm sorry, on the 28th.
That's me.
When you got back from New York. When did you start drinking?
Well, it wasn't until I swapped out vehicles and I went.
So I was swapping vehicles so I could drink in other vehicles. Honorary masshole, that's me. Fun fact, Chad, I've told a lot of you, and some of you will remember this, but I actually lived in Needham from the age of about 6 months till I was about 3.5. So cool, huh? Maybe I'm actually my origin story is such that I am a true masshole, a Melbourne masshole. Can I be? Could I be?
I went up to the hillside.
Okay. That would have been, give me a time frame. 9-ish, 8-ish.
It was dark. It was maybe in the area of 8 o'clock. Well.
And what time do you think you got to Waterfall?
I couldn't say. I don't. It was after the hillside.
Right, Mr. Meathook?
Did before Brian Albert left Hillside,
wait.
Did he tell you that John O'Keefe?
Good point, Joey. Actually, good point, Joey. Maybe he didn't talk about it because he would only have talked about it if he was getting jiggy, getting higgy with the weed whacker. Weed whacker. Interesting, Joey. You could be right. Maybe he was too embarrassed because he hadn't been able to close the deal, but he's got no game. So there's that.
O'Keefe had been invited over to meet them at the Waterfall?
No.
Was there any particular reason why you changed your mind and left the hillside to go to the Waterfall?
Well, I think, as I previously testified, that it was because I didn't always take them up on their offer, and I usually did the Irish exit, and I decided because of the weather and everything else, and it had been a long.
We realistically could just do all of his testimony as one big lying McLiar. However, we're coming up to some hours, and we've got still 2 more of Higgy and 2 more lying McLiars to highlight, to shine the bright light of truth and sunlight into the dark corners of their McAlbert fucking murderous ways. So let me skip forward. I have a timestamp because I'm a professional. Somewhat. I'm aspiring to be a professional. One day I'll be a real YouTuber. But I did interview Joe Tacopina, so maybe I made it. Suck it. Suck it. Oh, wait, what? I shouldn't be gloating, but a little bit gloating.
Where you went.
That is not what I testified to. That was in relation to where did I go after I left 34 Fairview the next morning.
Chat, did you notice him doing the fingers, the hand stuff, the lying hand movement?
Not what I testified to. That was in relation to where did I go after I left 34 Fairview the next morning.
Mark my words, it's an indicator.
Why did you go to Canton Police Department that morning?
What's the question?
Why did you go to the Canton Police Department that morning?
The morning when I left 34 Fairview, the Friday into Saturday.
The lying of the lying?
To move 2 vehicles.
There's been quite an evolution of that story over the years, has there not?
I don't understand the question.
All right, let's talk about that for a second. You had an initial interview with Massachusetts State Police on February 3rd, 2022.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And you indicated during the course of that interview, which was just a couple of days, 5 days after the events in question, that you left Brian Albert's house, went to Canton PD to, quote, fulfill some administrative obligations, end quote, correct?
Thank God, Princey.
You later said, when you testified in front of the grand jury on April 28th, that you went to Canton PD to do, quote, administrative work, correct?
Yes.
You never mentioned.
I said administrative things.
You said administrative work was your testimony in your transcript.
I believe it was things, but okay.
Okay. Can we agree, Mr. Higgins, that you didn't mention anything about moving cars around, correct?
Well, that would be administrative.
So when you say I went to Canton PD to do administrative work or administrative obligations, you meant moving your car, your personal vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Although you didn't say that you were going there to move your personal vehicle, right?
No, I said I didn't move my personal vehicle. I moved work vehicles.
Either one. You just traded off vehicles, moved them out of the way, right?
I moved the purpose for going back there was to move 2 work vehicles.
And the reality is you had gotten Canton PD earlier in the afternoon and actually moved some other vehicles, traded vehicles, didn't you?
I swapped vehicles out. That's correct.
Right. And you left the vehicles that you now claim you had to go move.
Look at his face.
Exactly where they were.
Concentrating.
Even though you knew a blizzard was coming, correct?
That is correct, yes.
So you didn't move the cars a few hours earlier, knowing that you just have to come back and move those cars a few hours later, right?
I was more concerned to go eat and have a drink because it had been a long day.
So wouldn't you want to move those cars early on so you wouldn't have to go all the way back to Canton and play, parking lot with these cars in the middle of the night?
Not really.
Mr. Higgins, you weren't actually at Canton PD to do administrative work at 1:30 in the morning, were you?
I was moving the vehicles. I'm sure it's on video.
Oh, we'll talk about the video in just a second.
Fuck, I was muted. Fuck.
You entered the Canton Police Station through which door?
I believe it was the door to the right of the Sally Port as you come in the main entrance.
And you made note of who was on duty that night, correct?
I didn't make note. I walked by, I saw somebody sitting in the control room and then just went about my business.
So you immediately knew that your friend, Officer Good, was working dispatch, right?
So do you need to hear something or?
Oh, this is where the, excuse me.
It's really hot over there. I'm sorry.
So this is, did you remember this? When the juror was going to throw up because probably Bev turned the fucking fans off. 6 fans, not just one. Ew. He's the kind of thick we don't like, right? He's girthy in all the wrong ways, Higgy. So the moving the vehicles, the administrative work, the impeachable lies. One more Higgy clip, shall we? And thank you to Princey and Joey for giving me a lot of these timestamps. And then I found a few extra things that I've added into the mix. So we had a more fulsome rendition of all of them, well, not all of the lies, a nice selection of lies. Nice, fulsome. Caught the liabetes. Here we go. One more for Higgy.
That would be the routine, yes.
You did not make or receive any calls after returning home that night.
No.
Could be.
You were clear when you went to sleep in your prior testimony that you put both your work and your personal phone. You had two at the time, correct?
Yes.
A personal and a work cell phone, right?
Yes.
You put them both on your bedside table because that's what you do every night. Is that right?
Most often, yes.
As a matter of fact, you were asked whether or not you have a charging station, and you said, yeah, it's right on my bedside.
I don't know that I don't have a charging station.
Right. You said no, bedside. In other words, you keep your phone by your bedside, on your bedside table.
Usually.
You also testified that you did not use your phone that night to go on social media, correct?
That's correct.
You indicated that you don't go on, you didn't go on social media because you don't have social media. You don't use it that much.
I don't.
You said, I don't have the gram. I'm guessing that means Instagram, correct?
That is correct.
And you don't use Snapchat, and you quote, don't do those things, correct?
That's correct.
All right. So you testified that the first call you received after returning home on the 29th was a call from Chief Berkowitz just before 7 a.m., which woke you up. Is that right?
Thanks, Wes.
It was
fun,
around
right?
6:30-ish, I think.
Okay. Your testimony previously was at some point before 7 a.m. That call was the one that woke you up.
Yes.
And it turns out, Mr. Higgins, that was a lie, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't a lie.
When you were asked that question at a previous hearing, you didn't know that the person questioning you had your phone records, did you?
I assume they did.
And you were thereafter confronted with those phone records, correct?
I was asked about them, yes.
And those phone records established that you and Brian Albert actually exchanged not one, but two phone calls at 2:22 a.m. that morning at a time when you claimed you were in bed asleep, correct?
I have no recollection of any phone calls.
Thank you for being here, everyone.
May I approach you on?
Yes.
Right, Joey? Sorry. You go, Joe. Go, Joey. You're in charge. Joey, take the wheel. Lally with all of his papers.
May I approach you?
Yes.
Thank you. Take a look at those two documents and tell me if you recognize at least the top one.
Do they have a page number for me to follow or no?
I was just asking Ms. Little. I don't think we've introduced them, and no, they don't.
I'm gonna say in and I hate to say it, but Joey Kane and I, we butt dial each other far too many times for it to be anything other than ironic and hilarious. So it can happen, but your phone needs to be not locked, right?
They don't have a page number, but I'm going to ask that they be marked for identification at least at this point.
You wrong. You wrong.
Do you recognize those?
Yes.
May I approach?
Yes.
Joey, not
These are-
sex
you know
butt
what, I'm gonna-
tiles. God.
If it's okay with the court.
How
maybe
dare you,
witness
that's assault.
maintain those documents.
Sure.
Sure. Sure, says Bev. Sure. Hi, Irene Homestead. Good to see you.
I'd like to have those two documents marked only for identification with the court's permission.
Okay. As one exhibit.
We can do it as one exhibit. That's fine.
Okay. Could you please hand those to Madam Clerk?
Now, wait. I can't remember whether we're watching any more of this. And given the time and given that it's Higgy, and we very recently did all of Brian Higgins, We Need to Talk, shall we move on to number 2, chat? Because he's a liar. The end. The end. So number 2, excuse me. And I love that you love it here. Thank you all for being here, chat. It's all so fun. It's so fun. It's fun as it can be. You know what I mean? Like we can have fun. We can take this seriously, but not take ourselves too seriously, right? That's our motto. That is our motto. So we have a few clips for this one. Joey, you know the drill. It's number 2, and we're going on 3, 2, 1. It's fucking poetry in motion, mate.
The night at the waterfall, we could be asked about back at the house, things like that.
God damn it.
Did he go over with you what he believed
It wasn't me.
the topics of conversation might be on cross-examination by either myself or Mr. Unetti?
I believe so, yes.
What did he tell you? You might be asked.
I don't remember exactly what he told me. He said we could be asked about the night at the waterfall. We could be asked about back at the house.
We're professionals,
things
Joey.
like that.
Anything else?
Not that I can remember.
Is there anything, given your conversation with Mr. Lally, is there anything that you want to change about the testimony that you previously gave?
I love
under
this
oath
bit.
In April of 2022?
No,
The fact that you've now reviewed that testimony?
no,
You stick by that testimony?
yes.
Have you watched any of these proceedings on any platform before your testimony?
No,
Liar.
Tuned into anything that's live streaming, any of the media coverage?
no,
Liar.
You're aware that your wife testified before you.
yes,
Did you just, I don't want to know what
Yes.
the words were. Did you discuss her testimony with her before you testified?
no,
No.
So she came home after testifying
You fucking liar.
in this trial, and you two never brought it up.
no.
No.
I just asked her how she was doing, and that was
Righto,
it.
mate. Get the fuck out of here.
Mr. Albert, are you close friends with Brian Higgins?
I wouldn't describe it as close friends. No.
He's a fellow law enforcement officer, correct?
Yes,
Works for the ATF,
he does.
the Department of, or the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, correct?
Yes.
How long have you known Mr. Higgins?
Okay.
I think I first met Mr. Higgins about 15 years ago.
How did you
So
meet?
that was the first one. The first of 5. And again, we could have just done all of Brian Albert. In fact, we have. There is a Brian Albert, We Need to Talk. If you'd like to watch his whole testimony with commentary and live chat replay, you can do that. But, however, let me clear my throat. Lol. Skipping forward. Timestamps. I got you, boo. Concentrating. We got this. Chat, we've got this. We're like professionals or something. It's wild.
Tell me if you familiarize yourself with it and then look up when you're ready.
Yes.
May I approach?
Yes.
Actually, I don't need to. Mr. Albert, you can stay there.
Wild, huh,
Do you
Joe?
recognize the
Wild.
photograph that's before you?
Yes.
How do you recognize it?
Well, I recognize the people within the photograph, and the background of the photograph looks like the hillside.
Does that appear to be a photograph that was taken on January 22nd, 2022?
Yes.
You were at the hillside mark?
Yes.
May I publish this, Your Honor?
Okay, is it already in evidence or
It
you?
is not, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
So you put it in evidence first and then you
May
publish
I
it?
have that marked as next in order?
Yes,
And then
Exhibit 67.
thank you.
I love when she talks. Poor woman. She's got to do fucking everything. What's Jim doing? Just putting his dick out, pissing in the street or something?
permission to publish, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you. You see that photograph? It's the same photograph that you're looking at in front of you?
Yes.
Describe who the people are going from left to right, sir.
Chris Albert, myself, John O'Keefe, and Tim Daly.
And this was on January 22nd, 2022, at about 11 p.m., correct?
Yes.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Albert, who took the photo?
I don't know.
Karen Reed took the photo, didn't she?
I have no idea who took that photo.
You liar.
Whenever you
Liar.
took the photo, you're literally staring right at her, correct?
I don't know who took the photo.
Well, who else do you think it could have been?
Well, there were a lot of people there. You mentioned my sister, 2 sister-in-laws, a brother-in-law. I'm not sure.
We can turn the lights back on, please, and take the photo down.
Why though?
Did you ever see this photo from
This?
Jim
What the
McCabe?
fuck? This?
No,
Did you ever see it from Julie Albert?
no,
Chris Albert didn't take it. He's in it.
right,
Tim
Smart
didn't
ass.
take it. He's in it.
right,
Right?
You obviously didn't take it.
right.
And who's the guy on the far right?
Tim,
That was Tim. Who's the guy next to Tim?
John, right?
So who do you
Right?
think-
Do you still need the photo up? I'm sorry, I thought you were done with it.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
up, bitch.
it was John, yeah.
Okay. With the
Yes.
baseball cap on, correct?
Yes,
I don't need it. Darn.
Okay.
So given the fact that you were never shown that, you've never seen that photo before today, correct?
I saw a photo that was sent to me in Discovery or to my attorney that
To my attorney.
showed only, I believe, me and John in the picture.
Okay.
I think it's the same photo, only that's blown up to show everybody.
Wait.
So given what you now know about that night, who was there, the fact that John is posing for a photo right next to you, who do you think took the photo, sir?
I have no idea who took the photo.
Could it have been Karen Reed?
Objection.
Sustained. Let's move along.
Given the fact,
No, you don't have to move on. I mean, it doesn't matter what the answer is. The jury gets it. Or did they? They should have gotten it. Let's move on to the next one. Liar. Number 3 of 5. What do we got? Here. Let me do this. Glide my way. Swing my way. Joey, can you play Shorty Swing My Way, please? While I'm doing this, because otherwise I'm just a fool. I mean, I am anyway, but you know. Oh, rude. How dare you? That's assault. Oh.
Well.
Motherfucker.
Shawty swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
Thank you, Joey. You're the best. You're the besticles, just like testicles, only better.
let's do it this way. How many feet from the windows would the closest part of your bed be to those windows?
Maybe
Steve!
5 feet. 6 feet.
You indicated that Nicole came to bed about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Where was the dog?
The dog was in my room.
And she was sleeping on a mat in your room.
Yes.
And that mat is also about 6 feet from the windows.
Yes.
I mean, Pammy, I don't think there's anything better than chesticles. It goes testicles, besticles, chesticles in that order, right? Surely.
6 feet being from me to Miss Little. Maybe this far?
Could be, yes. Maybe a little further, but yes.
Maybe this far?
Maybe.
Nick, how dare you?
It's not a deal breaker, but I'd like to know. Thank you.
It's a relatively quiet street generally, Fairview.
Yes.
Yes.
Not an enormous amount of through traffic.
No.
Not a busy freeway or a highway, correct?
No.
Not an especially noisy street,
The street, no.
especially at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning, right?
Right.
Yikes. Yikes.
Where were you at 6:03 on the morning of January 29th, 2022?
I was
Boobs,
sleeping
Nick.
in my room.
Boobs.
6 feet from that window.
Yes.
Was Nicole in bed with you?
Yes.
Had you taken any medication the night before?
No.
Were you on any sedatives,
No.
sleeping pills?
No.
Were you wearing a sleep apnea machine?
No.
Were you
Like
wearing
Madam
an
Court
IMAX?
Reporters.
No.
Were you wearing earplugs?
No.
You shortly thereafter became aware that 6 emergency vehicles, including a fire engine, police cruisers, and unmarked police vehicles, a civilian SUV, were all parked in front of.
I had to swap out the boobs emote so we could have ASAP Rocky 30 mil and still free Karen Reid and justice for John O'Keefe, because they're still in the chat. I didn't think I could do it in between the two lives, but there will be the boobs emoji back. Emote. Excuse me.
I'm not aware of what type of vehicles were parked there now.
You seen photographs since this incident?
Of the vehicles out front?
Right.
No.
Are you aware that all of those vehicles had their engines running?
No.
Are you aware that all the emergency vehicles at least had their lights on, flashing lights?
No.
Were you aware that there were a number of first responders outside their vehicles traipsing around your lawn?
Was I aware?
Were you aware at the time?
No.
Were you aware that there were emergency responders, first responders, who were talking to each other over the din of the wind and the snow?
What?
To communicate with each other?
No.
You're aware that there were 3 women on your lawn at one point?
Just only after the fact.
And at least
This right here, this oblivion, this apparent not hearing anything, or at least not coming out onto the street, onto 34 Fairview that morning with all the first responders there, coupled with the photos of the Chloe dog bites and scratches on John's arm, were what made me go, yeah, nah, there's something really not right about this. Something very not right about this. Joe Schmo, that reminds me of the second dirty joke my ex-father-in-law told me. If you find nuts on the wall, what do you got? Walnuts. If you find nuts on your chest, what you got? Chestnuts. If you find nuts in your chin, what you got? And I'm waiting for the punchline. Have I missed it? Is it coming? That's what she said. She's left me hanging, man. I'm wondering whether maybe Brian Albert couldn't see or hear any of that because he's dead inside, and so he doesn't have any senses, perhaps. Not sure.
at least one of those women was screaming to the top of her lungs at 6:03?
No.
Again, your German Shepherd was 6 feet from the window, correct?
Chloe wasn't there.
I don't know that for sure.
That's where Matt was.
Well, that doesn't mean that's where she always is. She also sleeps in the closet area sometimes.
Yes.
Oh, so now Chloe's in the closet.
I didn't say she was in the closet. I said she sleeps in the closet area sometimes.
Was she sleeping in the closet area that morning?
I don't remember.
Likelihood is she's sleeping on that mat 5 or 6 feet from that window, correct?
Objection. I don't know.
And your explanation.
Chat is Bay.
And by the way, we've already talked about this. Earlier that day, you've already indicated she was barking because she heard people and noises downstairs when you guys came in the house.
Yes.
And your explanation is that you and Nicole.
Joe, I feel like that's a no-brainer. I thought it was going to be something with the word nuts in it, and I couldn't think of another word with nuts, like chestnuts, walnuts. Obviously, the dick's in your mouth. Shit.
And Chloe, the German Shepherd, all slept through the entirety of that commotion on your front lawn.
Yes.
To be clear, you are a trained first responder.
Yes.
Yes.
Yet during that entire event, after you were awakened, all that chaos on your front lawn, you never came out of your house to assist or investigate in any manner.
Talk about
whatsoever,
guilt.
Did you, Mr. Albert?
Once I was awakened?
Correct.
No.
No. Why would I come out to the lawn? The guy dead on my lawn. Tell him the guy never came in the
We've
house.
talked about this a little bit, but I want to ask you a couple of other questions about the layout of the house. The house
All right.
is sitting on top of a basement, correct?
Yes.
Or what?
Yes. Let's do another one. Yikes. We don't want to spend too much time with this terrifying creature. But we have more moments of Lying McLiar evidence. Oh, well, we got to slide. Oh, OnlyFan. Ooh, 46. Back a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. I love that. Thank you, jury. Fuck off.
All right, Mr. Jackson, go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Albert, you were notified by the Commonwealth that on September 23rd, 2022, a judge specifically ordered you to preserve that phone and all its data, the phone ending in 0888. Is that right?
Yeah. At what time are you asking me that I was notified.
That day or the next?
On the 23rd?
On the 23rd or the 24th of September?
No.
Isn't it true that you were provided a letter by the Commonwealth that stated the following? Your Honor, if I may read this.
Yes, there's no objection.
Thank you. Quote, you are hereby notified that the defense in the case of Commonwealth versus Karen Reed, Norfolk Superior.
He's looking rather uncomfortable, isn't he? Yeah, my dogs would lose their fucking minds, Simmy. My dogs would be barking. My dogs would be barking. Yes. And I guarantee you, Chloe, who isn't good with people, wasn't. R.I.P. Chloe, wasn't good with people, would have been barking.
Your criminal case, Norfolk Superior Court criminal case, number 22-117, has filed a motion pursuant to Mass R. Crim P. 17 for the production of any cell phones that you used between January 28, 2022 and February 28, 2022, and or any data associated with those cell phones. The hearing on Ms. Reed's motion will be held on October 3rd, 2022 at 2 p.m. in courtroom 1 of the Norfolk Superior Court. You may be heard on the motion at that time. You are hereby placed on notice that these cell phones are the subject of pending litigation, and you must not alter, delete, destroy, or in any way manipulate any of the electronic data associated with the cell phone at issue. You received, end quote, you received that notice on either the 23rd or the 24th. Is that right?
I did not.
Liar.
I would propose a stipulation. I spoke with counsel off the record, if I may.
You both have a stipulation that I haven't seen?
We just determined I'm happy to approach it.
Why don't we approach quickly?
Sidebar. So, yeah, bullshit. Excuse me. Let's, for the sake of time and expediency, shall we chat? By the way, coming very shortly to the Miss Shorty merch store, Matilda, we've discussed this, though I'm not just dropping this on you. We will have a limited edition free Karen Reed Miss Shorty range. It'll just be for the duration of the trial, probably. I don't know. Maybe it'll stay on the store. Why not? Add it to the list. But that. So yes, I do have a design already, but I think I'm going to rework it, and Matilda and I may well rework it together. But yay, we might even have like a pack where you get like I don't know, like a tumbler, a cap, and a t-shirt or something. So if you're going to go to the buffer zone, you can wear your Miss Shorty merch. You know there'll be people that'll love that. You know, those people. So that. Stay posted. This will go for me.
I've seen some records before, yes. I don't know.
Lucky last
if
Brian
these
Albert.
exact records or not.
All right, and you've acknowledged that.
Thanks,
at least
Jim.
The first page, these are your phone records for the number ending 0.
I'll pause because I have to do some paperwork because my system isn't great. Thanks so much, Jim. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your entry into the Miss Shorty merch raffle. Wait, this. And let's go this as well.
I'll take any motherfucker's money if he giving it away. Shit.
And we shall carry on with more lying, because why not?
0888, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Terrible system by me.
And these are call records from January 29th
Yes.
at 2:22 and 35 seconds in the morning, correct?
Yes.
Whose number ends in 5421?
According to this, it's Brian Higgins.
No shit, Sherlock.
Call at 2.
Pause. And also, just a reminder that we drew the last weekend's bunch of entrants last night at 8, and Holly Street won the pick anything off the store, and she chose a Miss Shorty Bold and Mysterious 69 hoodie, and then Britt Ketchell and Candy Temple were the other two winners, and they get to choose a mug or a magnet or a hologram sticker. So we'll draw this weekend's lot of folks next weekend. So if you want to be in it, you got about another 20 minutes, half an hour to throw some money at your favorite grifter. Lol.
2:22 and 35 seconds appears to be 1 second in length. And that's from you to him, correct?
It says 1 second. I don't.
That would be the call, the initial call from you to him, the one that you claim is a butt dial. Is that right?
Yes.
Did that call roll to voicemail and then you immediately hung up?
No, I don't recall if it, I don't know.
So according to you, it was a butt dial that went to his phone.
Thanks a bit. Yes.
It somehow lasted 1 second.
Right.
Okay. Then there's a second call. If you look at the second line down, there's a second call at 2:22 and 52 seconds, 17 seconds later, correct?
Yes.
That call is actually from Brian Higgins to you, isn't it?
Yes.
And that call doesn't last 1 second. That call lasts 22 seconds, correct?
Yes.
Obviously, you know how long 22 seconds is.
What's that?
You know how long 22 seconds lasts.
Yes.
So according to your phone records, you placed a call to him.
Well,
and then 17
wait.
seconds later, he returned a call.
Actually, Donkey's Noggin, here's a funny thing. Back in my heyday, I took a few selfies, right? I looked pretty good. They were promotional photos, shall we call them. They're all still on my camera reel. There is a Miss Shorty calendar, which is all of the logos and the graphics. However, I don't know if this is a bad idea, but we're going to run with it. I'm also going to put together, or Matilda and I are going to put together a more adult version of the Miss Shorty calendar. It's nothing only fancy. It's just, you know, back in the heyday, you got to memorialize that in some sort of calendar. I always joked, lol, not really joking, that I would use those photos, many, to make us a calendar. So yes, kind of Donkey's Noggin.
Call to you that lasted 22 seconds, correct?
That's what the records reflect, yes.
When you woke up in the morning,
Bye,
you
Robin.
obviously checked your phone, did you not?
I don't know if I did.
Are you telling this jury that the call that came into your phone was a missed call, or did you answer it?
I did not answer it.
So it would have been a missed call.
I just know I didn't answer the call.
So it would have been a missed call.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that to be a fact. I just know I didn't answer the phone call. I missed the call.
Wait, are you talking about Dog's ears or Brian Albert's ears? Because now that I've seen you asking how far back are his ears, his ears, they're a little bit weird. Is he really a human? I mean, like, look at his ears, chat. They're very tight to his penis head, aren't they? Yikes.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
He said
You
yes.
missed the call.
Right.
It did something on the phone and you just didn't answer, according to you.
Right.
Pammy, thank you.
And again, you're using an iPhone.
Yes.
You're on the list, Pammy.
If you butt dialed Brian Higgins and he called you back and you didn't answer, you would have a very bright red missed call in your call log, correct?
Objection.
Do you know
Objection.
I don't know that.
Have you ever missed a call on your iPhone before?
Yes.
And when you go to your call logs, it says missed call in red, correct? If your wife calls you, your kids call you.
I don't think I've ever noticed that it's in red, and so no, I don't know that to be true.
You're certainly alerted to the fact that it's a missed call.
Yes, very.
If I were to go back and look at my incoming calls, it would probably say missed call, yes.
And of course, if we asked you to show us your phone and show that that was a missed call, you couldn't do that because you've gotten rid of that phone, correct?
Rehomed it.
Objection.
Rehomed it.
Did you tell anyone in law enforcement that next day that oddly Brian Higgins was calling you at 2:22 a.m. and you missed a call?
No, I wasn't aware of that call.
You
The
liar.
call went to voicemail.
Stop it now. Enough
On
of
your
the
phone.
lies.
You would get that voicemail, correct? You get notice.
Chat
of it.
is Bay Candy.
If I checked my voicemails and there was a voicemail, I would get it, yes.
That's my question. Did you get a voicemail from Brian Higgins?
No.
Which means he didn't leave a voicemail.
Right.
Correct.
It suggests that you answered the call, correct?
Objection.
Angela.
Let's talk for a second about this butt dial.
Let's, and then we'll move on to the last one for Brian.
You went to bed and you closed and your phone was you closed and locked your phone, correct?
Yes.
I don't want you to tell me what the passcode is, Mr. Albert. That's important. I want to make sure you understand. I'm not asking you to tell me what the passcode is, but at the time, was your passcode a 4-digit or 6-digit passcode?
4, I believe.
4.
And that locks the phone when it's not in use, correct?
4.
The phone will lock after it's not used for a while. I don't know the exact timing of it.
You're exactly right, Mr. Albert. I said it backward. The
Right.
phone automatically locks. You have to use the 4-digit passcode to unlock it, correct?
Well, no, I also have face recognition too, so it can open that way without any passcode.
We'll get to that in a second.
Is that the microdots one? I haven't watched it, Michael. Is that the microdots? Is that where it is? Or is it, where would I find that? Excuse me, I'm so busy. It's very hard for me to keep up with everything, y'all. Reese says, man, I can't believe I'm so late. Reese, we interviewed Joe Tacopina. Joe Tacopina, Mr. Flexback earlier. Watch that as well. That.
The phone locks when it's not in use, correct?
Yes.
And then to make a call, once you open the phone, either through facial recognition or through the passcode, then you have to tap on the phone app in order to open up the phone app, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Once you open up that phone app, there are only 3 ways that you can initiate a phone call. Favorites, recents, and contacts, correct?
I don't know that.
Whatever.
If you tap on a contact, that opens up the contact page or the contact app, right? You know that.
Yes.
That's where all your contacts are.
Yes.
They're alphabetized.
Possibly.
Yes.
Well, that's his
You
head.
either scroll through or do a search and type in the name of the person you're looking for.
Right.
You didn't do that, did you?
No.
If you tap favorites, if you have favorites listed, there's a list of favorites. You have to scroll through and tap the one that you want to call, correct?
I think so. Yes. I'm not totally aware of that, but
And if you tap on recents, those are the recent calls that you've had, you've either received or made. And of course, you have to tap on the contact in the recents list that you want to call, right?
yes.
And then, of course, you would have to tap again to end whatever call you initiated, right?
Yes.
I mean, you don't just say goodbye. You got to say goodbye and hang up. You got to tap it to
Goodbye.
hang it up.
Right.
So would you agree from a closed and locked phone, there is no physical mechanism by which a person can hit one button and make a phone call?
Objection.
Objection. Ask it differently, Mr. Jackson. All right. So he's lying about the butt dials, obviously, right? One more Brian Albert. Yikes. One of my favorite numbers, 327. Love, love, love. Oh, wait, what? Was that what we just on? I think we just did the last of the Brian Alberts. Well, fuck. I didn't tick it. Okay. Well, anticlimax. We're up to number 1. Shunned one. Thanks, darling. Had to go out for a bit. How great to get home and you're all still here. We'll catch up via replay. Yeah, we're still here. We're in for the long haul. Yes. Thank you so much. Let me play something for you, my friend. This. And then, with all due respect, it's a pure term of endearment that I'm going to call you a motherfucker.
I'll take any motherfucker's money if he giving it away. Shit.
And my system is shit also. That. So we're up to number 1. We're up to number 1. I mean, who could it be? Who could it be? You're in 3 times now, Shunned one. You've got to be in it to win it, man. Next week, the odds are stacked very much in your favor, my friend. Wait, what? Anticlimax? No, because I thought that we had one more Brian Albert, and we don't. It's kind of good because yikes. Perhaps Ava's mom. Nice callback. Love, love. Hey, let me just check something. I've just started. Miss Shorty is a shorty who makes shorts, right? That's what my channel started as. And give me a second, chat. Walk and talk. Walk and talk. Let me just check one thing. Because I started making some Adelson shorts again. We can't play it because it's got music in it and I'll get copyright stricken.
Shawty, swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
It's slowed down. Only 15,000 views. Ugh. It's not 2 million, but I'll get there. Anyway, keep an eye out for Shorty Shorts. Yes, you've been following Joe Tacopina for years. Well, we have Joe flex back merch. Hey, before we get to number one, let me show you something. Wait, share this in tab instead. No, this one. Wait, this. If you like Joe Flexback or Miss Shorty or both, here's our Flexback range. We have ASAP Joe. This is all Matilda's work. Matilda and my work together. ASAP Joe caps, joggers, shorts, right? Caps, shorts, V-neck. Joe has bought much of this merch, by the way. Semi-compression tights, a tumbler, another tumbler. Stop it. You could pick any of these things if you were the winner for next weekend. No, wait, you can't do that. A t-shirt, any t-shirt. God, Lisa, Shorty, fuck, who am I? I don't even know. Wait, let me show you other things. Hoodies, cute. Shorty designs, Shorty joggers. Yes, gonna spend all of it and more on paying my mods by buying my own merch, and then the proceeds go to them. Look at this. Here, this is, wait, let me show you something. This is what I want. This is what Holly chose. Holly chose this hoodie. I'm bad at this. Yikes. Can you see? $69, right? These are US prices, $35 US. Back. I've got one of these, autistic as fuck crews coming. But wait, is it in jackets? Why, no, it's in hoodies. Wait, what? What am I doing with my life? Clothing, jackets. Hey, wait, there's big wide leg pants. Here, jackets. Look, I've got this one coming. Miss Shorty 69. Can you see it? Love, 10. 10 fucking 10. 69 on the back. So that once a month, you'll be able to choose anything off the website. But every other week, just a t-shirt. Just a t-shirt? Please, how dare you? Joe Takapina bought some. Yes, he really did. He bought 2 pairs of the joggers, like the tracky jogger things, for his daughters. Caps, shorts, a stringer, t-shirts, a hoodie. I would like for Rihanna to wear this bold and mysterious Miss Shorty 69 jacket. Oh, God, please. I'm working on it. Right? He did. He bought lots of stuff. He did 3 separate orders, and we kept adding more things. We, the royal we. Well, yes, we. Me and Matilda. What did I just see here? Is that what we already did? Am I missing something? Did I? Yes. Shun one. God, I'm so behind the times. Thank you, darling. Yay, new members. Too busy fucking talking. We get to number one now. Number one. Hey, shorties. Thanks, Shun one. Girl, she's just shipping up the odds here. I love that. I would love it more if I had a better system. Must get post-its. Okay, shall we get to number one? Chat, so generous. Joey, she's showing you up. Joey left his wallet at the strip club last time, and he can't go to the strip club anymore. It's really sad. Really sad. That jacket right there would look great on the air, Rihanna. Yes, I'm starting to lose my enunciation. I've been talking for far too long. You wanted to sing Hubris, Who Dis? I wanted to sing Shots Fired. I've got a few. So sweet. Yes, live artist. That's the jacket Rihanna needs. Maybe one of each. Do you think she'd be offended by 69? I don't think so. That Joe interview was lit. I was actually not a fan of him after some recent representation. I understand. But I was able to see a different side of him in your interview. It was really good reality check versus MSN. Yeah, I like to talk to people about real stuff. I don't need the stuff we can Google, right? We can Google it. And he actually said, about half an hour, 20 minutes. And he was on for what, an hour and 10? It's because I'm a fucking delight. He's lovely. Okay, number one. Thanks, Jimmy. Back on topic. Joey, are we ready? Wait, I'm not ready. Standard. Okay, Joey, on my one. You know the drill. 3, 2, 1. I was slow. Fuck. I didn't go on my one.
To Karen Reed's trial now and a pivotal afternoon of testimony. WBZ's Christina Rex was in court as a key witness took the stand.
She grabbed my hands and she said, Google hypothermia, Google how long it takes to die in the cold.
The Google search at the center of the defense's case, Jen McCabe says she made after 6 a.m. because Karen Reed told her to. The woman who discovered John O'Keefe's body with Karen told her version of the story Friday, starting with the early morning phone call from Karen.
And she tells me that John didn't come home. They got into a fight.
I love the verbiage of the reporter, her version, Jennifer McCabe's version of the story. And I'm quite fascinated this time round by Jen's, is it an underbite and her chin, her jawline. I don't know why I've never really noticed it before.
And that she left him at the waterfall.
But that didn't make sense, Jen said. She had seen Karen and John's car outside the 34 Fairview after party. Then on the phone,
she was saying, did I hit him? Could I have hit him? And then she proceeded to say that she had a cracked taillight.
So they went out to search. On the drive, Jen told jurors Karen was hysterical, talking about other women John O'Keefe had dated years prior. As they pulled near the house, Karen screamed, "There he is," and bolted out the car. The three women then discovered O'Keefe's lifeless body on the lawn, covered in snow.
I saw Carrie wiping the snow off of John's face, and I could not believe that that was John laying there.
Still hysterical, the women tried to warm John, performed CPR, and called 911. Once paramedics arrived, Jen McCabe told jurors Karen's words were clear.
Pause. Oh, dirty pause. Somebody screenshot that, please. Lol. We had much discussion in our Jennifer McCabe We Need to Talk episode, which is in the We Need to Talk playlist. I personally think, let me get back to that screen and I'll show you what I think. I think that she was roughed up by Brian Albert. We did lots of zooming. See where my cursor is, my mouse here. It could be acne scarring, and if she was stressed or hormonal or both, or perhaps a drug user, speculating, this could be acne scarring or acne with makeup. But the tooth seemed new to me. Cannot confirm or deny. There was much contention in the chat about this. But at the time of the trial, by the last day, when her hair was slicked back because she hadn't had the blowout freshly done and it was slicked back behind her ears, you could see it better, but it was fading a little, almost like bruising, that perhaps somebody speculating roughed her up to make sure she knew what's what before she went on the stand. Pure speculation. If you're interested to watch that episode, it's in the We Need to Talk playlist. A whole 3 hours of Jennifer McCabe or more. God.
3 times. I hit him. I hit him. I hit him.
But Karen's attorney says Jen will have a lot to answer.
Interesting when Lally said 4 times, right? Call back to number 10 in the countdown.
For when it's his turn to ask questions, including what time that Google search really happened.
There are more holes in her story than a fishing net.
In Reed trial, Jen McCabe was back on the stand. She was with Reed the morning John O'Keefe was found dead. At New at 6, the defense peppered McCabe with questions about calls to O'Keefe that were deleted from her phone. As WBZ's Christina Rex shows us, the questioning was tense from the start.
Bye, Catherine.
You're spinning all of this.
Ma'am, I do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't spin. There's a judge here to make sure that I don't spin. I'm asking you a question. It's very direct.
That tense and at times hostile back and forth defined the 4 hours of Jen McCabe's cross-examination Tuesday. McCabe was with Karen Reed.
Pause. I think both can be true, Princey. I agree. Is that a credible source? Harsh but fair. But also, I think it's kind of accepted that Big Bad Brian A. and Jennifer McCabe were bumping uglies. Yuck.
When they found John O'Keefe's body, she testified that she heard Karen say she hit him. Testimony the defense says has changed over the years. Instead, lawyer Alan Jackson painted Jen as the orchestrator of the narrative told by her family and friends.
Have you spoken to them about these events between them
Yikes,
and
Nick. About this case? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, Ms. McCabe, I'm asking about this case.
Of course, I speak to them all the time about the vicious harassment we are all receiving.
Karen Reed's team.
Lol. Yes. Okay. I was looking for some clips and this came up. I'm like, this is a perfect synopsis of the lies and the lying McLiar of it all. Yes, colors. Oh my God. And yes, Princey, Dunkle Brian. Lol. Dunkle. I mean, Dunkle of Colin, which is then also concerning because Colin's Julie's son, right?
Team accused McCabe of an off-the-books meeting with a Canton cop in the days after John's death. And the jury heard for the first time allegations that Jen deleted at least 6 calls she made to John O'Keefe between 12:29 and 12:50 that night.
I believe I used the word butt dials.
Don't buffer on me, goddammit.
You claimed that every one of these calls was a butt dial. Is that right?
Yes.
Defense lawyers believe those deleted calls could provide reasonable doubt for the jury.
Butt dialing is becoming a thing with the Albert clan. Like,
Isn't
how
it
bizarre
just?
is that?
Very bizarre.
And so you say John was in the house, his phone's missing, she's calling him to find his phone.
That's certainly a reasonable interpretation.
Jennifer McCabe was back on the stand this morning for tense questioning about Google searches that she made and what time she made them on the day Boston police officer John O'Keefe's body was found in the snow. This morning, Karen Reed's lawyers questioned McCabe about the now infamous misspelled Google search she made, "Hus long to die in cold." She says Reed told her to make those Google searches.
And she was screaming, Google hypothermia, how long does it
And I
take
had
to
a miss.
die in the cold? And I picked up my phone and I started Googling.
In court today, the defense pointed to cell phone data showing the first time McCabe made that search was at 2:27 in the morning, hours before John O'Keefe's body was discovered. Defense attorney Alan Jackson says the timing of the search exonerates Karen Reed and implicates McCabe in O'Keefe's death.
Ms. McCabe, you made that search at 2:27 a.m. because you knew that John O'Keefe was outside in your sister's lawn dying in the cold, didn't you?
Absolutely not. I did not make that search at that time. No.
Did you delete that search because you knew that you would be implicated in John O'Keefe's death if that search was found on your phone?
I did not delete that search. I
Maybe
never
Maddie
made
did, right?
that search
Maybe
at
Maddie did.
2:23. I never would have left John O'Keefe out in the cold to die because he was my friend that I loved.
In court filings, the prosecution has said the defense is misinterpreting that cell phone data. Reed's lawyers are trying to convince the jury that McCabe is part of a scheme to frame Reed for O'Keefe's death. Reed is accused of hitting O'Keefe, her boyfriend, with her SUV and leaving him to die in the snow in January 2022.
Oh, thanks. That's that.
The Celebrate
God.
data shows
Okay.
that you were
We're looping.
engaging with an app called Safari.
We're looping. How long's this? 19 minutes. No. Thanks. But no thanks. This? Hey, we made it. Chat, we made it. Top 10 Lying McLiars. What do you think? Do we get them all in? Maybe. Thank you so much for being here. What a fun show it's been. That is a good, strong answer, though. Great list. Thanks. What the fuck? It is a labor-intensive exercise, but thank goodness for Princey and Joey, and we're streamlining our drawing together. Sorry, I can hear noises. I think the cat's over there somewhere. Drawing together the cat. Sorry, Timmy. That's like calling Chloe it. Rude. How dare you? That's assault. We're going to streamline how we pull together the timestamps because it's kind of big. Yes. Amazing stream. Yes, Princey. Yes. And Princey. Well done, Lisa and Joey. I think we're getting that whole countdown thing streamlined, aren't we? Wow. Great show. Thanks, Candy. Hey, Patricia, are you still here? I see Patricia just placed an order on the website, on the merch store. Thank you, Prince Lover and Joey. Yes. And me. I did work for it too. Yeah, I'll go with that list. Thanks, Nick. And thank you to my friends who made suggestions in Fight Club. For so Nick and Britt. Nick, so Vixie Blaze, Nick, Francis. It's not a deal breaker, but I'd like to know. Thanks. Britt. Who else? I think that's all I can read of my notes. Ah, yikes. Would you like a song, chat? Shall we? Shall we listen to a song? Colors, I love hanging with you too. Ruthie says, great show. Well done. Bravo, team. Well done, Joey and Princey. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you all. Yes. So what song? Do you want me to give you the rundown? You know them. You know them. There's a new one, which I love. It's called 50-50. I love them all. What am I saying? What am I saying? I will get for Holly Street and for everybody. I will get Joey and I together will get the free Karen Reid song on. It's a long one and people leave when we play music, but they can suck my dick, really. Please. It's a Karen Reid song. Let me go through them. They're in alphabetical order because that's how we roll in Camp Shorty. Blindside, the cringiest of all the love songs. My first song after Come At Me Bro and Hey Massachusetts. Bookends, Chapters, Come At Me Bro, Compromise, Love, Discord Inferno, Distance Between You and Me, Do Unto Others, Don't Hate the Player, Fake, 50-50, Flying Monkeys, Unfuckable, The Fray. We played that in the last stream though. So Ghost and Glimmer, Girl Code, very loud, warning. Hard No, Hubris, Who Dis, Hurt People, I Ain't Playing, Kintsugi Love, Love Is Love, Love Sick, good song. Music Is Not a Weapon, triggering but great. Opalescence, Perfect, Petty, Swimming in the Petty. Ratchet Redemption, Chad, it's been a while. I'm gonna play Ratchet Redemption. It's very short, and then we can play another one. Hilarious, Love.
Don't speak too soon. Let's leave us some room. We reserve the right to be feral for you. For you. Blinking and winking. Got my hand wallet out. It's a ratchet redemption. Gonna chase me some clout. Get me to the testicle festival. Blue balls, bulls, balls, Rocky Mountain oysters. It's a test fest. I fuck, how great. Blink my lips, both sets. Shall we make it a date? Blinking and winking. Got my hand wallet out. It's a ratchet redemption. Gonna chase me some clout. Don't speak too soon. Let's leave us some room. We reserve the right to be feral for you. For you. But is there a boo ball that we can attend? Cause we never ever ever want this feral shit to end. Moist panties, meet curtains. No, Jesus fuck chat. Let's fucking go. Winking and winking. Got my hand on it out. It's a ratchet redemption. Gonna chase me some clout. Moist panties, meet curtains. No, Jesus fuck chat. Let's fucking go.
You need some context for that. Way back, Friday nights we were doing Det v Heard, and it got a little feral in the chat, hilariously. So one week on a Friday, I thought next week I'm going to jot down all the hilariously vulgar things that chat says. It's a whole thing. We got particularly feral in those chats. Hilarious. So the following Friday, I jotted down a lot of comments and turned it into the song. Yikes. It was a members only song for ages because it's pretty. Yes, Shine. Shall we? Another one, and then I'll come back and we'll say goodbye. It is a bit risque. I'm just telling you the backstory because hilarious. Shine. This is a new one. Where is it? A week ago? I don't know. 50 songs. Yeah. Oh, they all blend into one.
Good people shine the brightest in the darkest times. And wishes are like beauty, they are vain, vain things. Expect nothing at all, girl, but never lose hope. Walk a fine, fine line, give me just enough rope. You know, time after time, ephemeral and fleeting, fortunes always meet and run in circles. Water level things gonna be just fine. Shine, shine, it's gonna be fine. Time, time, time is all mine. Fine lines, hard times make you who you are. Quitting ain't no option, girl, already come this far. Time is but a shadow in the construct of your mind. A lie unchecked becomes the truth, you know, time after time. Ephemeral and fleeting, fortunes always meeting, run in circles, water level things gonna be just fine. Shine, shine, it's gonna be fine. Time, time, time is all mine. Fine lines, hard times make you who you are. Quitting ain't no option, girl, already come this far. Whoa, now slow down, what you gonna do? Lamplight and lifelines, the lighting circles you. Opportunity, community, living, breathing entity, creation, foundation, building your eternity. Shine, shine, it's gonna be fine. Time, time, time is all mine. Fine lines, hard times make you who you are. Quitting ain't no option, girl, already come this far. Shine, time, fine, mine. Walk that line until the end of time. 'Cause good people shine brightest in the darkest times.
We're working on not a CD so much, Jim, but a Spotify playlist. Working. There's so much work to be done. 50 songs in the playlist called The Good 'Uns on Suno. Good idea, Michael. I've written that down. And you know what? Thanks. So not my voice, but all my lyrics. And then I plug them into an app called Suno. And, you know, I've written 50 songs plus 50 good ones in 3 months. While we're on a roll, here's a good one.
Imagination is hungry, it needs to be fed. Blind leading the blind, no more put that shit to bed. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Contagion of the psyche, the time is now. Full permission, set your spirit free. Rise up for a brand new day. Trust, hope, believe and pray. Phoenix rising, full moon rising. Here on in, you slay and slay. Life sparkles when you find your people, glimmers in the sun. Revolving door, passing parade was never any fun. Time uncoils that hardened knot, well learned although it was. So find your place in permanence, babe, claim your spot. Rise up for a brand new day. Faith, hope, believe and pray. Phoenix rising, full moon rising. Here on in, you slay and slay. Nothing lasts forever, true, find magic in the moment. Once bitten, thrice shy, yeah, it still hurts though, don't it? Of course it does, but you're okay. Nothing you can't handle. Life, it is magnificent, an everlasting candle. Oh hey, so what do you say? You're gonna live to fight another day. What do you say? You okay? Girl, get out there and slay. Rise up
Love that little cheer at the end. It's been, Joe Schmo, you're coming in on the tail end of a very trying few months at Camp Shorty. It's been a wild fucking ride, and we are Phoenix Rising. We are Phoenix Rising. Thank you so much, Colours. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Good night, everyone. Let's go out with Chat is Bay, because Chat is Bay. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Chat. Thank you, Shorties. I love you very, very, very much. See you next weekend.
I love you all so very much. We had a blast just chatting and stuff. Things may have gone a bit off the rails. Professional when all else fails. 'Cause chat is babe, so much to say. Emotes and all the caps out. May have been cheese, bit faster please. The time has come, Camp Shorty out. We're skating through all the tough things, learning about this and that, defense motions, prosecution, and narcissistic twats. 'Cause chat is babe, so much to say. Emotes and all the all caps out. May have been cheese, bit faster please. The time has come, Camp Shorty out. Community, just you and me. Occasionally, Buster and Poppy. It's a whole thing, Miss Shorty swing. Together we make each other happy. 'Cause chat is babe.